Started out on live, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing lost to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. Rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name. Jack and crypto profits, life just gets sweeter. Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. Script is how we play a game. From start to next time, chasing fame. With the gear behind me, changing scenes. So through the net, living out the dream. Got my acoustic strum, curing and chill for our cracking jokes. Go stop the thrill. In the land of Kiwis, we ride the waves. Our host streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Hello, the internet. It is Monday, the 23rd of March, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. You see this, dude? You see this? This is a camcorder. This is the camcorder that I've rocked with for generations. In fact, all of those cassettes that you see behind me, well, all of the mini DV ones were recorded on this exact device. All of the 8mm ones and high 8 ones were done on this guy, which is unsurprisingly an 8mm slash high 8 digital 8 camcorder. And the reason I bought this one, because the original one I had from decades ago no longer works, is because this one has a mini DV output, a FireWire output. We get a focus on that. You can see the little FireWire DV in out, which allowed me to digitize all of my old school 8mm high 8 tapes. Now this still does work. It's a little finicky. You've got to bash it a little. You got to dilly dally with. You got to mess this thing up to get it to work, but it does work. I've digitized all of my friend's mini DV tapes and a bunch of his 8mm tapes. I had to do some pretty swish nifty. I had to like take some apart and like tape some back together and spool them back on properly and get them, you know, I had to do the hard work for Greenie for some of these tapes, but they did all work. The reason I'm talking about this is because our camcorders, these devices, camcorders, are they still a thing? And apparently they are, because something came across my feed, the Sony PXW-Z300, this guy here, and it's a current day Sony Handycam, right? 4K Handycam that you hold with a handle like the old FX1000 skateboarding cameras. So these are still a thing. So I wanted to do a little stream today just looking into it, basically looking into, I mean, what they are, what this one is. Like, I mean, to me it feels like dated tech. All the stuff in here we now have in there, and that's being a GH5 Panasonic, we also have it here in our cell phone. Arguably, oh, hold on a second. Just got to get, arguably, get that out of there. Arguably, this device here, well, certainly records better than this guy, right? This is SD at best, right? But they are still making them, and the only thing I could think of, and we will get into the nuts and bolts of it all, and we'll get deep into it, but the only thing I could think of would be, because a camcorder is a larger piece of hardware than a micro four thirds or even like a full frame DSLR or a cell phone, they're larger items, right? So they're a bigger piece of hardware. So do they have some additional features that maybe you won't have on a smaller device, such as, and the only thing I could think of would be, again, for IRL streaming, do they have some kind of hardware encoder in them that you can punch in an RTMP, stick on a little dongle, like a little 4G dongle or a little mini Starlink, and you can stream directly from them? Maybe that's the thing that they do these days. They live stream direct from the device, right? You could be in a stadium and you're there to cover a basketball event or run and gun style like a B camera operator. And so you have access to their Wi-Fi, so you connect to their Wi-Fi network. You also add a little 4G dongle. You run around the stadium, you're shooting, and everything you shoot is live streamed back to a production headquarters, and they can just take the feed whenever they need it, whenever they want it. That's what I was thinking. I don't know if that's the case. I would assume that's the case. I would assume that there's something about these devices that makes them still competitive in this planet where we are right now, because these guys are so good, right? And the cell phone is so good. So we're going to look at that, but we're going to take a moment here to deviate from that right now. By the way, look at that. Before there was selfie vlogging style, this is a TRV-900. Funnily enough, I had a girlfriend with the exact same initials, and before I met her, I would refer to this as my baby. And when I met this girl, Tony Renee Verhoeven, she's like, that's my initials. And I'm like, oh, who's my baby then? Well, I got two babies. But the TRV-900, yeah, an articulating screen there, which, you know, in the year, I've had this since 1999. Yeah, before the millennium. So that when we started using that, it was like, you're vlogging, but you don't even know what vlogging is, but you're pointing the camera at yourself. And invariably you'd look there, so you'd be looking at the screen, not the lens. And that was like all of my videos from that era, especially in New Zealand in the year 2000, they're all looking at that screen and it just looks horrible. So the key to that is frame yourself, flip it back over, shut it down, and go to town. So I'm going to get into that content shortly, but there is something I neglected to do yesterday on the stream. Did you recall when we looked at that video that Comptech sent in about the reticulating, what was it called again? The hyper incubulator. Remember that really funny video that I was dissing, thinking at first I was convinced that it was legitimate. Well, it was not, obviously, but it convinced me for a moment there that it was a legitimate piece of technology that I didn't know about, hyper incubators and all this other buzzwords that didn't make any sense. Well, Comptech, we found out that that was all phony, just as a bit of a gag. But Comptech sent me a email that he wanted me to read out on stream that relates to this. And I forgot to do it yesterday, so let's do it now. He said, hey, Gibbs, I saw you played the hyper incubulator video. I have an email that relates to it. I'm putting it below. You can read it out on stream if you like. The email came from a friend with the video link attached. So this is how Comptech first found out about that video. So the email reads, and it's quite lengthy. I'll go ahead and read it to you. This is, just make the font a little larger for my hideous eyes. So it starts off, and this is an email from someone to Comptech. So I'm assuming he's given permission to read it out, or this is part of the spoof, and this is all part of the gag. Maybe, I don't know. It says, I was once involved in a proposal where the Okay, this is a bad start, right? There's already words in here that I've never seen before. I was once involved in a proposal where the periodal investigator had not decided on an acronym for the name of the program. We substituted turbo encubulator in the text. In these days, a secretary typed up the pages, so having a longish word allowed her to white out the fake name and type in the new one. Plus, it was very easy to find in the text. All went well. The PI settled on a name, we fixed up the pages and sent it down to Repro for printing. We were selected as one of the 3 contenders and had to pass orals. Orals are where the customer comes in and grills the proposal team about things that were unclear, and you have to answer by the end of the day unless it was expressly stated you had more time. If you did not want any of those because NASA was saying this was a big hole in the story, we had 2 rooms. This is there's no punctuation here. This just rolls on, and I feel like someone's taken the mickey out of me, right? Comptech's still trying to get me with the written form here, I reckon. I'll read that bit again because I'm just searching for a period. There's no full stops there. So the sentence starts with, orals are where the customer comes in and grills the proposal team about things that were unclear, and you have to answer by the end of the day unless it was expressly stated you had more time. You did not want any of those because NASA was saying this was a big hole in the story. Now there's the period. We had 2 rooms, a big conference room with 3 projectors and a small smoke-filled room with choking engineers with computer terminals and calculators writing up the answers. Choking engineers. Choking? BDSM? There's a world I'm not familiar with any longer. All went well. There were only some easy questions that had to do with some space qualifying new hardware, which there just wasn't room for in a page-limited proposal in 1 page. Those charts were already made and we just had to flip through the stack, pull out the relevant ones and slap them on the overhead. It was all very theatrical. The last question from the reviewer was, could you explain the detailed workings of a turbo encubulator? We all sat there thunderstruck. We had missed one. Oh fuck, oh dear. The guy held a straight face for 2 seconds, then burst out laughing, as did the rest of the NASA crew. And then we did too, because it was then that we knew we had the job and only had to wait for the official notification. But one thing was clear. They read the damned proposal. This is legit. The instrument went into the Jupiter atmosphere on the Galileo probe and returned tons of data. Grins all around. Okay, so I thought I was getting played there, but I feel like that's a legitimate email from someone who works at NASA, who was applying to work there, and in their proposal for this device, they included the turbo encubulator, which is a phony thing. It's kind of like when a band puts a phony item on their rider just to make certain that the promoter or the venue or whoever's looking after the band on that tour actually reads their rider. Like often, and Tracer did this, but often bands will put like an obscure thing like, you know, a packet of Mentos, but only the blue ones, not the white ones. And if the packet of Mentos is there as part of the rider, you know they read the rider because they got to that very odd thing and it's not just the regular. That's what this looks like. So they made this proposal and they included the turbo encubulator in the text, and NASA did go through everything and read it all because they said, can you explain the detailed workings of the turbo encubulator? Which sounds like it should be a word, the turbo encubulator, but it's not. Interesting. By the way, thank you for it. Thank you for that, Comtech. Thank you for the original link. That was very, very funny. We probably should watch it. Well, no, we've watched it already, but I find that very, very funny. I found that video to be just enough convincingness to be It was obviously fake, but it was just convincing enough that it was fake, funny fake. I'll shut that down though, because Discord, when you're streaming, is a little bit of a resource hog. That won't be a problem in a couple of days when my M5 Max gets here though. Shit, yes! M5, wow, that's going to be amazing. More power than I'll need. Wow, I don't even know what I'll do with all that power. So there's one thing I need to do right now though. I started putting together all of these additional audio drops that you can trigger from my stream. But before I get them all ready and start uploading them and therefore paying for Botrix, I want to make sure that they're all there, good to go. So I've done all of them, but I realized I want to mow the lawn and go fishing. I don't actually have, I don't know, did we crop that on stream or something? Because I don't have that audio. So what I want to do, because I want to run that through a AI generator and I want to use a voice cloner to clone that voice, and I want it to say what Dale said. I took a screenshot of this yesterday. It's going to say, I want to track the subject and go surfing. But to do that, I'm going to pay for 11 Labs, which is another AI tool. I'll pay for it for a year or something. And then that gives you a voice emulator or a voice cloner, and we'll be able to clone it and get it to say what we want. But to do that, I've got to get a version of it. So what I want to do is I want to turn off that background audio. I want to start a local recording, and I want to trigger that alert myself. So if I start a recording, hang on, let me just start a recording here. So I'm now recording. I wonder how much resources that puts on my system. Okay, it's all good. Let's just send the alert. I believe it's !mo, and I'll turn my microphone off actually, so it's nice clean audio. My microphone is now.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
Now you can hear me, and that audio is now, if I stop the recording, it's now saved to my desktop as a video file and a recording file, and I'll be able to grab that later on. Okay, so now, I also want to go and grab a coffee before we kick into this stuff. Look at this though, it looks nice, doesn't it? The PXW-Z300 came out about a few months ago. This was a promo video from 8 months ago, but it's only just come out. Let's check the first sort by newest comments. This camera only has a 1/2-inch sensor? Wow. The Z200 has a 1-inch sensor. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll look into all that shit. But first of all, gonna get myself a coffee. I'll be back right in a moment. What else was I going to tell you up the front before we get into that? There was something else. No, can't recall. Anyway, I'll be back. The only thing I was going to say is I haven't been surfing because there's been no waves. Not working and no waves. Those two things make me very mad. Shit. This isn't what I was forgetting to tell you before, but I'll tell you this anyway because this is pretty interesting. This new product came out from Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels and Cola, 12%. 12%, 200 mil. Now, I do happen to have a large hand. I'm a big guy. Speaking of a big guy, Daleski, who gives a damn? You do give a damn. I sure what I do. After all, damn is what brought me to the streaming world. I'm not sure what that's in reference to, but how are you, Dale? It's good to see you. Yeah, look at the size of this can. It's tiny, little sneaky little... Anyway, the point of this is tomorrow, because I'm not working, I'm going to go and do a stream. I'm probably going to get pretty drunk on that. Oh, it's not going to be a stream. It's going to be a video. I'm going to do a review of this product, but the angle I'm going to be taking is all of these versions of the same thing in Australia. Like you've got a 200ml can, you've got a 250ml can, you've got a 375ml can, you've got a double jack 375, you've got a 500ml can. What's the point of putting out all these different varieties of the same product? Now you might say, well, this one's 12%. Yeah, but it's only 200ml. It's a tiny amount of it at 12%. So therefore, is it worth getting this or is it worth getting the normal one at 4.8%, but getting 375 mils or getting the 500 mil? So we're going to have a pretty detailed conversation about ABV, vessel size, and a dollar amount. Like what's worth your best? What's the best bang for your buck? Dale be good. How you be? I'll be great, man. I'll be real good. But look how small that is, dude. I mean, I've got a big hand and, you know, whatever, but that's a tiny, like, that's like a little hand grenade. I mix my own, problem solve, you lazy bastard. Well, you know what, dude? We are fortunate in Australia that we get both. We mix our own and we get the premix. The biggest market for ready-to-drink premixes like these is the Australian market. So just know that you're wrong. And I can also hold this with one finger. Check that out. Look at that. See that? I'm being silly. Oh, what's that you say? You mix your own? Oh, hello, 1.5. Hello. By the way, I haven't drank much of that. Well, there's a fair bit gone, but that was from ages ago. Hello. Just know you're wrong. Love it. Yeah. All right. And by the way, once I pay for that 11 labs, we can start cloning everybody. And I'll go back on my previous streams. Oh, you know, no. That was a dumb idea. Oh, I can't believe I was going to say that. I'll go back to my call-in streams and I'll clone other people like Dale and Hendrik saying things that I want them to say, such as, you know, Benon, you're the greatest guy ever. You're the best streamer. I can't think of a stream I'd rather watch than Gives a Minute. And I'll just put those up as drops and you'll be like, I don't remember saying that. I was gonna be dumb and say something about Sophia, but that would be the stupidest thing. Like that would be just the dumbest, stupidest. I can't even believe I thought of that. But that's where my mind went. I'll get her to say things that she should have said, but that's dumb. All right, let's learn about this Sony PXW-Z300 XD cam. Whoa, put it up. Okay, so it's aimed at television stations. See, what's professional operability? Professional operability. What does that even mean, man? We got pro everything these days. Wait, is that auto tracking? Is that auto tracking? It's really funny, hey. It goes from professional operability to a guy turning it around to vlog. To do a vlog. What is up? Wait. What was that he put on the side? He mounted his phone onto it? Wow, pro quality cam in a palm cam form factor? Dude, I hope you're being sarcastic because we're going back in time now. Like this shit, we've already got, like, this is pro quality, dude. This is literally pro quality. Like you can shoot ProRes 444 in this. This is pro quality. So going back to a over shoulder rig mount, like that's That's what you probably didn't catch the beginning of this stream because you were too busy doing other things. What the hell? I'm just kidding, but you might not have caught the start. I was saying, what is in these devices that is not in like mirrorless and micro four thirds and cell phones? What's the compelling reason to be looking at one of these in 2026? Giggles, other things, giggles perhaps. So the thing, other things you were doing, who I don't know what you're talking about. They calling it a handheld camcorder. Shooting. Run and gun. Tripod mounted. XLR connectivity. Good. Oh, shit. What did that say? 3 independent mechanical rigs. Oh, rings, focus, right? Focus and zoom. "4K 60. You want a half-inch sensor. Okay, that's pretty lame. Constant maximum aperture of f1.9. That's good. It's a fixed aperture. That's good. Nice creamy bokeh. "17 times optical zoom." Okay. Get the jack. Who's got the jack? What's all that? Okay, independent mic output. Was that zoomed in or something? What's going on with that? Oh, that's an overlay. Precise human recognition for autofocus. Okay, so that is a tracking feature. But okay, so it's not a tracking feature, it's just autofocus. It looks like it's tracking, but that's what autofocus is. I miss my Sony camcorder memories. Yeah, me too, man. I mean, I filmed with mine kind of semi-recently. Okay, 10 years ago, but... Okay, so it's tracking the eye. I wonder how much stabilization, how many axes? 3, or is there an additional 4th and 5th axis of stabilization? Okay. Hello, the internet. Man, this music's horrible. But this is not good with none. Price point? We don't know. Wait, that's what that is? That's not a cell phone? That's an additional... Are you kidding me? That's clunky. That looks like a proprietary... I mean, it looks like a cell phone, but that's a proprietary Sony optional... Yeah, on the bottom. Optional. Optional, available, depends on country. Lame. Really? You got to buy... You've already got one of those. Why do you need to have another thing that's exactly the same as the thing you've already got? It's called the PDT FP1. That's lame. That's lame. Okay. So what's that? That's a microphone receiving unit, right? On the top. That's not an RTMP. That's not a stream. That's not an encoder, right? I'm assuming that's microphone. USB power delivery. Common looks. What? Oh, it's just the color profiling. It's typical of Sony camcorders. Okay, it stores on SD cards. Cool, of course. Multiple SD slots. Easy color matching. Well, that's not camcorder specific unless it's filming with just a flat LUT. It's up to the processor. Okay, here we go. Live streaming. So before they even say this is the only thing that I could think of that would make a camcorder, like a shoulder-mounted camcorder, something that might be like. And by the way, I don't need one. I'm just looking at this from curiosity, but there's got to be a selling point for it, and it's got to be pretty compelling what that selling point is, right? And if it's got an encoder on it and it can stream direct, and you can, plug in a Wi-Fi network or even shove in an Ethernet, man, that would be sick. A 10 gig Ethernet port in the back, and then you can stream direct from it. That becomes your camera and your encoder. Well, suddenly, hells yeah. That's okay. What I'm saying is LiveView Solo needs to make a camcorder is what I'm saying, basically. Sony needs to buy LiveView Solo, or LiveView Solo need to make a camcorder. I want my own damn spaceship. When are we getting that? Let's work on camcorders before we get spaceships, man. One thing at a time, dude. Calm down. So here we go. Wireless live streaming via RTMP, RTMPS, or SRT. So what does that mean? That means that it does have a Wi-Fi, at least at a minimum, it's got a Wi-Fi capability. Does it have ability to add USB 4 and 5G dongles or an Ethernet connectivity? Let's see. Are they going to explain that? No, that's it. Wow. Okay, so we hope we will get that in a review. We got two review videos to watch. I wonder how wide it is at the wide point, the lens. It's got a fixed lens on it, so you can't interchange lenses. Okay, well that's the promo piece from Sony itself. Let's take a look at this reviewer, the best picked. Let's take a look. It's 4 minutes.
I packed light, a water bottle, a tripod, and this, the Sony PXW-Z300. Sony says it's their most advanced handheld camcorder ever. So I brought it into the wild, literally. No fancy lighting, no crew, no second takes, just this camera and whatever nature threw at it.
Wait. You're saying in the wild, but you're in a city? The wild would tell me it's like you're on safari or in a savannah or something.
First impression? It feels like it was built for people who don't baby their gear. Tough body, pro lens, and thank you Sony, actual manual control rings. No mushy buttons, just crisp, clicky precision.
Wait. This is your review, but this is all the footage that Sony used in their spiel. So what? They sent you one, you shot footage, Yeah, you shot footage 7 months ago, and then a month later they compile all that footage into their introductory to the camcorder. So you're working for Sony. Okay, this is not a great review then.
Now, let's get to the picture. The Z300 runs on 3.5-inch Exmor-R sensors, and I gotta say,
Excellent.
it delivers. I was filming in shade, then full sun, back to shade again, and the electronic variable ND filter, it handled all of it like a pro. Smooth brightness changes, no blown highlights, no weird contrast jumps. This camera doesn't just see you.
Of course, we're watching footage that's not footage from the camcorder. How do we? Did he have two of them? Because we're looking at footage. We're looking at him using it. We're not looking at the footage from. This is the shittest review ever. Not everyone is hypercritical like you, bro. They fucking well should be, man. Hang on, I'm not swearing. I'm not an angry person, but they should be, right? You know? Shouldn't they? I think they should.
It knows you. It tracks faces, eyes, your entire posture. I turned away, ducked behind a bush, came back out, and it's still locked on without missing a beat.
What?
That AI-powered focus system.
Oh, you're kidding me. This is AI slop? Are you kidding me? Now, sorry, am I being too critical now? That AI, what? This is bullshit.
I turned away, ducked behind a bush, came back out, and it's still locked on without missing a beat. That AI-powered focus system.
Fuck. Oh, sorry, I'm not angry, but fuck you, man. Are you serious? This shit? I want to comment so bad on here, but I'm not signed into this YouTube. This is just, what the fuck? Why? Okay, sorry. And by the way, we need a gives a rant. I need to have a transition that I can get right onto a rant situation because why does YouTube allow this shit? Like, I'm a human, right? I'm competing with this garbage. Like, what? This isn't fair. Like, look at this video. The channel, the best picked. It's had close to 2,000 views. It shouldn't be allowed on the platform. Engage. Yeah, engaged. Okay, so if we're going to do a gives a rant, did I say anything then that would be a good opener for a rant segment? We need a not a springer. What's the word? Stinger. I want to say springer. We need a stinger to get us to the rant, right? A hook. No, a stinger. We need a transition to say, okay, I'm going to go on a rant right now. I've got a stinger in here, but I haven't. No, I'll have to make one. But I don't know. Like this does kill me. Right? This kills me because okay, so I searched up before this stream. I searched up the Sony PXW-Z300, and I found what I thought would be the better videos to watch. This one literally says the most advanced handheld camcorder in the wild. Like, it's literally in the title. Immediately, I recognized that the footage is the same footage from the Sony promo piece. So, obviously, this channel, the best picked, is either working for Sony or employed by Sony or is a Sony channel. And they're just capitalizing by putting out two videos at the same time based upon a new product that they're launching. This is just AI crap, though. You know what? As I could tell as we're going through, when he talks about himself and then he says he went behind a bush or behind a pole or something and he shows footage of a woman.
I turned away, ducked behind a bush, came back out, and it's still locked on.
And they're talking about the tracking feature, yet they're showing the uploading of footage back to the production warehouse using the additional. So this AI garbage, it's just so frustrating, and I'm not watching it. So here's another one. Look. Okay, so this is the next one I have lined up, right? Sony PXW-Z300 hands-on review from 7 months ago. What's the bet? And you can already see the dude. What's the bet? This is the same slop from the same. Like, Sony must have just had a media release with, download all of our files here. And just you have free reign to manipulate our files into a review. No one's got this, right? Like, no one's using the actual camera. If this is more AI slop, I'm going to spit the dummy.
All right, folks, this is the Sony PXW-Z300, and it claims to be the ultimate handheld pro camcorder for news, docs, and high-pressure shoots.
It's the same footage, but it's got stupid transitions to make it look real. What the fuck?
The question is it the real deal or just another buzzword-packed gadget begging for attention? Spoiler alert, this thing isn't messing around.
It's the same shit.
Let's talk image. The Z300
Oh
runs
my God, are you serious? Are you serious? What's with those terrible transitions on every cut? Per the description, they took the camera out to show you the cool stuff, but this is a promo video by Sony. They just ripped it and added those transitions to change it just enough. Exactly, it's misleading. Hands-on review, same video Sony has made Window Movie Maker. So dumb, man. Okay, so that begs the question. Where's my girlfriend? Just bring up my girlfriend here. Does the Sony what is it called again? PXW-Z300. Does the Sony PXW-Z300 actually exist? Are you serious? No, I'm Taurus. Ah, nice. Searching the web. No good searching YouTube. Short answer, yes, it's real. The Z300 is an actual camcorder announced in 2020. Are you serious, dude? 2025 on YouTube. On YouTube, Sony PXW-Z300. Look at this. This camcorder was announced last year. Hands-on specs test footage. B&H Photo. That's obviously an ad from B&H Photo. Ah, shit.
The Sony PXW-Z300 is Sony's latest flagship offering in their handheld XD camcorder lineup, sporting professional features, powerful image sensors, and an AI processing unit.
Okay, that made a liar out of me. That one actually is legit. Okay, so I'll beg your pardon. That a month ago, there's actual footage of the camcorder, but everything else I found on here, it didn't even, like, look at this. The third video is a dash cam ad. And the rest of it's just all this. Damn, dude. This one here. Same shit. You just got to scrub through the timeline to see that it's just the same footage you've used over again. From 4 months ago. Okay, he's got one. Okay. I've been wrong before. Okay, so it's real. Benon, you need to get laid. Frustration levels will plunge. Can I not? Dude, come on. I'm just gonna say this to you, Dale. I'm over all that shit. I'm done. I'm going back to what I was before. I'm not. I've done that. I've done the relationship. I've done the fucking around and getting it out of my system, and now I'm going back to how I was. Sorry, but not sorry. I'm not doing it, man. I'm done. I'm went from nothing for so long to absolutely perfect for a good amount of time to then having that ripped out, and then I went crazy for a while, and now I'm just going back to how I was because that seemed to work better than both of these different sections of my time. So yeah, I'm not into it, man. Anyway, so this does exist, but okay, I just want to see it. I just want to see real footage of it, right? And we've got this one. No, the fuck did that? This one here. Let's take a look at this.
The Sony PXW-Z300 is Sony's latest flagship offering in their handheld XD camcorder lineup, sporting professional features, powerful image sensors, and an AI processing unit to assist shooters in capturing quality video.
Of course,
Before we
AI
dive into
processing.
hardware and specs, I want to briefly talk about perhaps the most unique feature of the PXW-Z300. Creating C2PA compliant digital signatures in camera. There are many tools today that can create video, and it's very important that there remains a level of authenticity and integrity for video content in professional fields. Being the world's first camcorder that can create C2PA compliant digital signatures in camera makes the PXW-Z300 an essential camera for video crews working in news.
I don't know what are they talking about? Proving footage? Like blockchain proofs ownership? Is this because of the rise of AI? Like too many people are creating phony AI generated slop? Which is ironic because those first videos we saw were exactly that. So there's a mechanism in this camcorder to eliminate that. Okay. I'm not sure. I mean, you know what's funny? The way he's wording that, or the angle that he's taking, is that everyone can create very high quality, like compelling footage. Everyone can. So now the pro level has to go up a notch because the prosumer, the consumers, the professional consumers are so close to getting to the same level that they've got to go, no, we'll keep going up somehow. We'll do something. We'll prove authenticity of their footage. And, you know, like it's not good enough that the footage is just perfect. It's got to have something else now. Pretty weird.
Or journalism-focused media. Moving over to the hardware, the PXW-Z300 is an incredible package. Powering the Z300's image pipeline is the latest Bionz XR image processing engine, supported by 3 half-inch 4K XMOR-R CMOS sensors, capable of capturing up to 4K 60p video with full pixel readout. Why 3 sensors? Well, each sensor is dedicated to one channel, one for red, one for blue, and one for green.
Dude,
this has the benefit of our
3 CMOS? They've been doing that for decades on Sony camcorders. It's got it on the TRV-900. The 3 CCDs, no diff. What the hell? Like that's not a thing. I mean, it's a thing, but it's not a great thing. I tell you what would be really fun. And I don't know. I mean, not where I live, but if I was in a big city like Sydney or Melbourne or something, I'd love to go and rent one for the day, walk around Sydney, mount my phone next to it on the same device, and shoot footage of the same thing, and then put it up online and say, can any of you pick which was the Sony PXW-Z300 versus the iPhone 15 Pro Max? Which one was which? And I'd like, to make it authentic, I'd have the video revealing which one's which, also uploaded at the same time, set to unlisted, and then watch all these professionals go, yep, that's the Sony, that's the iPhone, Sony, iPhone. I'll be like, nah, half you dudes are all wrong. That's a great idea. Compare, yeah, because I reckon they all just talk like, oh, it's got all this and that. The quality of phones is so good that I don't think that they're going to be able to spot the difference. Personally, anyway. I could be wrong. I mean, I've been wrong.
Offering higher data readout, a deeper depth of field, and sharper resolution. And when shooting at higher sensitivities, you will end up with an image with very low noise thanks.
Sorry, he just waffled on about 3 CCD. Dude, it's been on this camcorder for that's from the year 2000. 3 individual sensor for red, green, and blue. It's been on these. Really? Now they're going to say, and it's got a handheld mount. You can hold it in your hand. That's why we call it a handy cam. The Germans call it a handy cam because the Wo ist mein Handy? They call it a cell phone a handy. Uh-oh.
To the wide dynamic range that is provided. On the front of the camera is a 17 times optical zoom lens that offers an incredible 30.3 to 515 millimeter full frame equivalent.
30, what did he say, 30.3?
Zoom lens that offers an incredible 30.3 to 500.
Okay, so 30 is quite wide. Well, wide enough. It's not a wide angle, but it's wide enough to do a handheld vlog.
15 millimeter full frame equivalent zoom.
Oh wait, did he say full frame equivalent? Yeah, 30 mil equivalent. Okay. You'd want 17 mil, I'd say.
Zoom lens that offers an incredible 30.3 to 515 millimeter full frame equivalent zoom range with a constant f1.9 maximum aperture across the entire range. This gives you plenty of focal lengths to work with, able to capture in wide open spaces or get in really tight for those detailed close-ups. Of course, having that constant f1.9 maximum aperture allows for excellent low light capture and produces really shallow depth of field, producing nice bokeh and pulling your subject out from the background. There are 3 independent control rings around the lens for focus, zoom, and iris control. And the focus ring intuitively slides forward and backwards for instant switching between fully manual focus and autofocus.
That's pretty cool.
There's a digital extender that can increase the maximum magnification up to 4 times in HD and 1.5 times in 4K, all while staying as true to the original image quality as possible. Sony has equipped the Z300 with a dedicated AI
digital
processing
zoom
unit.
I see you went to the shop there, Dale. You're only going to get the first 5 or 6 or whatever. I have got all of my new drops, including Picard with Engage and this and that. I've got them all ready, but I haven't. I've got 5 different audio drops I want to add to it, but I'm just going to wait a little until I get them all ready, and then I'll pay for another month, and then I'll update them, and then I'll also go into Kick, and where I've got in my Kick profile where it's got all the command lists, I'll also put a dash, like a gap, and then a dash, and then what the command does. Because if someone just comes on the channel and sees that, they might be like, what's all this about? But if I tell them what what it is in the shop where it says, plays Toothboy dropping a bucket or something. Yeah. So I'll do all that, but coming soon.
Advanced subject recognition based on face, eye, skeletal structure, and posture information. According to Sony, even when your subject is facing away from the camera or wearing facial coverings, the autofocus stays locked on and the auto framing function automatically adjusts your composition to keep human subjects centered in the frame. The display here is a 2.76 million dot, 3.5 inch high brightness LCD monitor that provides incredible visibility in bright conditions. To support this monitor is the flexible LCD arm with 3-axis movement, allowing for easy adjustment of the monitor's position and angle. The LCD arm can even be flipped with the screen facing forward for those looking to monitor their image while self-recording. For power, the Z300 can be powered by Sony's BPU series of batteries, or via the USB-C port on the back with a cable and a power supply supporting at least 100 watts. The side V-mount can be used to attach third-party accessories or first-party accessories like Sony's portable data transmitter for those who need high-speed data transmission over various wireless network protocols like 5G or Wi-Fi 6E.
So that device is the encoder. I was asking before about what makes these devices or these handheld camcorders different. So it's not out of the box, but you can get a encoder which allows you to transport your files to RTMP servers over a wireless or a 5G, 4G network. Okay. Interesting.
Multi-interface shoe is available on the back of the handle for mounting things like wireless audio to make for easy handling and audio monitoring with the Z300. The benefit of the multi-interface shoe allows for the audio receiver to be powered from the camera while also sending audio signal directly to the camera without the need for cables. The electronic ND filter provides smooth adjustment of the internal...
This is a Rolls-Royce versus a Ford Fuel. Both get you places, but one is elite only. Yeah. Status symbol. I guess what they're doing, I imagine what's going on here is that they, like I said earlier, they realize that there is still a market for camcorders, but it's no longer, like for someone like me, and we haven't got to the price yet, I want to find that out, but for someone like me that in the late 90s, early 2000s was buying camcorders to document existing all those videos, right? All that stuff there was for me to capture and remember my life. But now you can do it all here, much, much easier and much better quality. But there is still a market for people, and they're saying it's journalists and broadcast professionals and whatnot, that the line is getting crossed, but there is still a market for this. It's no longer me. Like, I don't think I'd buy this. I mean, if money was no object, it'd be fun to mess around with it and, have one there as my stream camera. But I don't need that. Like, I got the GH5. It's perfect, right? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I kind of like that they're not dead. Like, because the camcorder market could have died. Like, let's say 20, I guess, for me, it was the iPhone 7. That's when the quality of the iPhone camera just notably went, whoa. Like the ones up until the 7, like the 5s and the 4s, that I was like, yeah, whatever, like not great. I mean, it's cool, but it's not good. But then I got the 7 or the 7 Plus, And I remember taking a photograph of a lizard on a flat rock. We were at a holiday out in the Western Sydney, somewhere out Orange or something, and there was a lizard or a skink on a flat slate-coloured rock. Next to it was green grass and a daisy, like a little, not a daisy, a little white. I don't know what these flowers are called. They're weeds in Australia. They're white, but when they start growing, they become purple, and sometimes they're yellow. It's hard to explain. Anyway, all these colors were so vivid, and I got my phone and I was like, oh, I've checked how the camera works. And I got down low to the lizard and got a nice shot with the wide lens. I think there were only 2 lenses on that one. Might have even only been 1 lens on that camera. Anyway, the photo was so sick and I was blown away. I was like, that's a photo on my phone? Are you kidding me? So then I took video, shot my first video, and then I was like, dude, and it was shooting 4K 60. Man, so sick. I couldn't believe it. What year did the 7 come out? I'd say that would have been 2000. I got heckled. Dre taunted me because it was a big phone. I reckon it would have been 2014 or something, maybe 2015. Maybe 2000. No, I was living in Adelaide. It would have been 2013. 7 was a different year for me. Yes. Okay.
Electronic variable ND filter from 1/4 to 1/128 ND. Auto ND functionality
Dre heckle?
is also present, allowing you maximum flexibility.
He would say things like, "Yo, Bannon, did you I tried calling you from that venue. Did you not?" And he's like, "Oh, you're still picking your phone up out of your pocket. It's that fucking big. It's taking you that long to get it out of your pocket. That's why you didn't answer, right? Because that was before phones were big like this. They were iPhones were tiny, like little." I actually liked the smaller form factor better, but I got the 7 Plus was big, and Dre was like, "Yeah, Bannon, don't bother calling Bannon. It takes him too long to get his phone out of his pocket because it's so fucking big." Funny. I wish I had that on audio.
For maintaining exposure when shooting quickly between changing lighting scenarios. The Z300 also supports CF Express Type A and SDXC cards with dual slots.
I like Dre, similar personality.
To mix the
dude,
Z300.
he's such a good guy. Like just such a down to earth, decent human. Get along so well with that guy. Like, yeah, easy going, good man.
In with other workflows from Sony cameras. And on the topic of Sony camera
There's some similarities.
Z300 now supports shooting in the S-Cinetone gamma curve. And as you can see, we're in the B&H event space, and we have 4 Sony PTZ cameras set.
Dude, check this out. He didn't mention this, but
curve. And as you can see, we're in the B&H
look at the dynamic range.
event space.
Inside the building, it's exposed arguably maybe just slightly under, and look outside of the outdoors. Even outdoors, it's exposing relatively well. You know, like that's lit up. Well, it looks like possibly a cloudy day there, but that doesn't look overblown. Like normally the windows would be completely white, right? It'd just be blown out. That looks good. Yeah, that looks good.
And we have 4 Sony PTZ cameras set up around the room. In the center, we have an AM7, and then we have 3 FR7s around the room. And they're all shooting in the S-Cinetone gamma curve. Now watch as I cut in between each of the cameras. As you can see, we have them all set to the same white balance, and the color is virtually the same. So for places of worship, event houses, or live concert venues where live broadcasting a multitude of cameras through a switcher is the main workflow, slotting the Z300 into your existing setup won't be an issue, as it can match all of your other cameras and you won't need to completely overhaul your setups. So who is this camcorder for? Given its position in Sony's camcorder lineup and the overall Sony ecosystem, this is for professional end users. News, events, sports, documentary, and live broadcasting.
Your knowledge of photography and cameras serves you well.
Take advantage of the utility that the PXW-Z300 offers. Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
You didn't tell us the price, mate. Let's go and have a look at the price. Back to my ChatGPT machine. Tell me the price. What is the price in AUD? Let's see. Your crypto and investing is a work in progress. Thank you, man. Holy shit. In Australia right now, it sits firmly in broadcast gear pricing between $12,000 and $13,000. Woo-wee! One Aussie retailer has it listed at 12.8. another 13.9, 13.7. So it's an expensive machine. You want me to do it? This is the problem with ChatGPT. It thinks I'm. Look, if you're planning content around it, like your live stream idea, like the one I'm on right now, you think I should buy one? Is that what ChatGPT is trying to tell me to say? I'm not buying one, you flaming idiot. I'm not buying one. I'm just interested. Hold on a sec. What's Bitcoin at? 68. I should be buying more Bitcoin. So that's that. That's all I wanted to learn about. So that will conclude the subject of the PD. I want to say PD150 because that's what the Let me show you what the PD150 was, folks. Sony PD150. This was a DV cam. This was all the freaking rage when I was growing up. And look, it looks almost the same, right? Right, but this guy and the VX1000, these were the absolute bomb in the back in the day. DV cam, and it records to tape. DV cam tapes. When did it come out? See, that had a 3CCD right there. It shot on DV, mini DV or DV cam. 12 times optical zoom. Steady shot image stabilization. Didn't mention that on the PXW. XLR inputs, digital video transfer via Firewire. Yeah, nice. All the things, right? So basically, to be completely fair, not like from what I just saw on that PXW-300, not a lot's changed. The form factor is virtually the same, like pretty much, right? That's pretty much the same form factor. I mean, it looks more square and robust, but it's basically the same thing, right? Let me show you the VX1000, because the VX1000 was the absolute Mac daddy of camcorders. Sony VX1000. And these still go for a pretty penny. Released in 1995 as the first consumer mini DV camcorder. 3CCD. This is big in the skateboarding world. Like every skateboarder had one with the death lens, the big wide angle fishy. That's a horrible resolution. Yeah. Because of what they did before they even knew they were doing it. See the handle? See how it's got that handle? Before Sony even knew what they were doing, they basically made, without even knowing they were doing it, they made a skateboarder's camera because it had a handle on it. So skateboarders could get down low and ride along with the skater and easily capture the footage, including you have to have a fisheye lens, the death lens, I think it was called, the big fishy. With that, and you could basically just point that at the skateboarder and you're always going to get the shot. So Sony didn't market it. They didn't do it for that, but that's who picked it up. Skateboarders picked that up and ran with it. And then the PD150 was the big brother because the PD150 was shooting in DV cam, which is a higher resolution format and a more robust cassette mechanism. So the mini DV is... This is mini DV. Mini DV cassettes, and these are sturdy and solid, but they are prone to breakage and tape stretching and this and that. Whereas DV cam, marketed more towards prosumers, professionals, and a little step up in quality. But that PD150 shot both. So you could put a mini DV or a DV cam tape into it and it would play back both and record on both. Yeah, pretty rad. But that does conclude our section on the Sony Handycam scenario. What I want to do now is move on and have a look at well, we're going to have a look at two things. We're going to look at the price of oil. Now, unfortunately, this does go back 9 days ago, this video. Chris Bowen blasted for completely bungling diesel and petrol AV gas crisis. Now, I want to watch this, and then I want to grab the Petrol Spy app and just see what the price is today, because I feel like it's nearing, if not over, $3 a litre, diesel anyway. So let's take a look at this video, because this is old, 9 days ago.
First, as I said, Energy Minister Chris Bowen has completely bungled the government's on-the-ground reaction to a diesel, petrol and avgas crisis driven by conflict in the Middle East. It is staggering. Truly staggering.
Dalsky, oil is now hovering around $100 a barrel. So to put that into perspective, what was it before the Iran situation kicked into gear? Because I understand $100. What was that noise, by the way? Don't worry about it. I understand $100 a barrel is high, but if we don't know, and I don't know what it used to be, 60. Okay, so it's more than it's just shy of halving, of doubling itself. Okay, wow, dude. Heavens above.
Discover that with all the resources of the Federal Public Service and access to logistics experts across the nation, there was no plan in place, no day-by-day guide on what to do when Australia, which relies disgracefully on mostly imported fuel to keep the country running. Nothing. There was no plan. Even worse, Bowen was telling Parliament in question time as soon as last Tuesday, there's no crisis, there's no supply issues, nothing to see here. Boats are arriving. It's the other side of politics causing panic, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
By the way, I just checked on OBS. There's a function that I didn't really know existed to never show the cursor, yet there it is. It says show cursor, yes or no, and I chose not to show it, but yet if I hover it, it turns up. Okay, whatever.
Fundamentally, Australia's fuel security is strong. That is the point we are making. That is why there is no need for people to panic buy.
Wait. Under Biden, it was $90 a barrel. Without, not even in wartime. So your oil prices was $90 a barrel under Biden, and now under Trump and war, it's closer to 100, which will fluctuate. It'll come up and down again, right? Interesting.
Or to order 100 or 200% of what they normally order, which is what the Service Stations Association told us was happening across the country.
It was Tuesday. I mean, seriously, this bloke who treats question time as some performance act, bouncing on his toes and wagging his finger at anyone who disagrees with his blind, almost religious obsession with plastering the nation with wind turbines.
Australia has oil, but just not refineries, so it imports petrol. Yeah, so we import, and we're getting slammed right now. Prices are horrible.
Solar panels and transmission lines carving ugly scars through the native bush and across food-producing farmland. This bloke deserves to be sacked. In the space of 3 days since his assurance that we don't have a problem to today, when he had to back up his useless move yesterday to release 100 million litres of so-called dirty petrol, 91 RON, and not diesel fuel, which is desperately needed by farmers, trucking companies and the fishing industry.
I want to mow the lawn and go fishing.
Seriously, have a look at what he's doing now.
We have decided, on my recommendation, to reduce the minimum stock obligation for diesel from 2.7 billion litres to 2.2 billion litres, and for petrol from 1 billion litres to 700 million litres, to enable companies to better handle and better manage their supply chain more flexibly as they try and get more fuel to regional Australia.
This war's been going for 13 days, and last Tuesday he said there wasn't a problem. Look, this is incredible. Look, I know Bowen drives a Tesla Model 3 and charges that car at Parliament House in Canberra, where, of course, you and me, the taxpayers, pay for the electricity. But is he so clueless that, as experts have told us today, putting lower-grade 91 petrol in a vehicle that requires 95 or 98 RON will do engine damage? Was he yesterday so clueless that he bragged about releasing petrol when the real issue was diesel? Here is a New South Wales farmer this morning talking with Peter Stefanovic.
Well, it's the wrong fuel. right now we've got farmers across the country who've run out or are running out of fuel, and others have a couple of weeks' worth before they run out, but it's diesel. It's not petrol. So Minister Bowen's got it completely wrong.
Whoops.
Thinking that 100 million litres of petrol is somehow solving the problem.
Isn't this just pushing I don't want to be the guy to do it, but isn't this just pushing the idea of electric vehicles and electric farming equipment? Like, are we not now at that point where it might be apparent that we might need to move away from those fuel options? It's 2026. Electric vehicles are here. They're working. BYD, Build Your Dreams, are out here in Australia smashing the market. Tesla's doing its thing. Ford's doing its thing. Do we need a global situation like what's going on now to get us to all start adopting electric vehicles? Maybe that's what's going to happen, right? That feels like what's happening anyway. Like the people that are complaining are those that have petrol and diesel powered anything, right? We're all whinging about it because it's becoming so expensive. So we all wish we didn't have to buy fuel, right? I don't want to have to buy fuel. I'm going to have to soon. Don't want to, but
The reality is that we produce food and fibre and then truck it to the consumers with diesel. So petrol isn't going to help.
Well, we need more straight-talking farmers like Xavier. But I guess if you drive a Tesla and your seat's in suburban Sydney, then you don't actually understand what keeps Australia running. It's diesel fuel, Chris, because guess what? There are no electric trucks rolling around Australia.
Why not?
Delivering food.
Why aren't there? Why aren't there electric trucks?
Food and supplies. And guess what, Chris? There's no electric headers, no electric tractors either.
Why not?
Again, why has this bloke still got a job? And who thought it was a good idea to combine energy and climate change in the same portfolio?
I feel like in this country, the position we're in right now, this is not a rant, this is just my thoughts. It's not going to be ranty, but this kind of feels sort of similar to COVID. When COVID kicked off and everybody was locked in their homes, the realization that the internet infrastructure was not coping because the previous government, in their wisdom, decided to not roll out fiber all the way to the home, but to go to a node and then use the existing copper phone lines for that last mile, they called it, the last haul from the node to the house. And what happened when everybody was using it? It fell over because it couldn't sustain the bandwidth. It wasn't suitable, which we all knew and we were all understanding of, except for the government. And then it came COVID and they were like, okay, now you all have to stay home. And what did people do? What did we do? And I mean, we were lucky. We were already involved in live streaming and whatnot. We already had our thing. But that's when everybody else that had to either consumed content via streaming or started streaming themselves. And in Australia, the government then, do you know what they did? They found $4.5 billion and said, we're going to roll out fiber deeper in the network. So more towns are going to get access to fiber to the premises because we now know that you all need it. We knew that originally. We already knew that, but the government faffed around and wasted 15 years and a hell of a lot of money. They called it the mixed technology mode. And that was just the dumbest decision ever. And as soon as COVID hit, it took COVID for them to go, yeah, we fucked that up. So sorry. And here's $4.5 billion. Now you can all get fiber. And they rolled it out progressively to different suburbs. When they did it here, I was like, give it to me. I got it immediately. And of course, we've never had a problem, right? Fiber. So what we're seeing here, if I could translate or transmogrify, if I could transpose that onto this situation, are we now not saying we should have already had electric vehicles, electric, what do they call it, headers and farming equipment? We should have already had that. Like, if there's ever going to be a time that people sit up and realize, it's now, right? When the world's oil is being held hostage. So let's not fucking rely on the oil. It makes so much sense, but yet people will faff around and argue about it. Just stop using it. Move to electric. Who do you think has access to solar more than anybody? The farmers, right? They got massive fields and they're outdoors. They've got the space to put up panels and shit. They can power their shit with solar. It's obvious, right? Like, is that where we're at? 2026? Like so what is it? COVID-19, 2019, but more 2020, I guess. It took through till 2024, 2025 for Australia. Because right now, I would say that Australia doesn't have an internet issue, right? It doesn't have a problem anymore. People, like everyone's got fiber. People have fiber. They don't even know they've got it. People have it. It's just part of it, right? Even in like remote Tasmania, right? Fiber, it's done. So that took COVID-19, COVID-20, 2024. So it's 2026. This war is kicking off now and all the oil's been held hostage, blah, blah, blah. Are we saying that, can we put a pin in this and say, take a look at it again in 2030, 2031 and say, dude, we all use electric vehicles now. Like everyone uses them. And you might even say you can't even find like the amount of like petrol stations, we call them petrol stations, the amount of gas stations in the area has diminished by over half because no one's using them. They're all using electric vehicles. Is that what's going to happen by 2031? Let's come back in 5 more years and find out. That gives a minute. I'm here to tell you what it is, man. You're not on a rant, but still rantish. I realize I've got a little rant issue going on. If I can't take my aggressions out elsewhere, I'm going to take them out on you. I'm going to take them out on stream. From now on, this is the content. I'm going to get political, you know? Imagine me as a political streamer. Fuck, dude, imagine that. One day there'd be advice for this. The next day he'd contradict it with that. The next day he'd say that. The next day it'd be like this. Everyone would be like, does this guy even have a position? He keeps flopping and flipping all over the place. I kind of like your rants. It's weird to say because, like, the thing is, a lot of this stuff goes on in my head and I don't verbalize it. So I feel like it's good to get it out. Yo, Cirrus, how you doing, man? What's cracking, Cirrus? At least you ain't boring as fuck. Well, I could be a gamer, you know? There's that option too. We could be gaming here, you know? Give us a minute. Let's start playing RuneScape. I was going to say Rune of Warcraft. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play RuneScape. That's a game, right? RuneScape. And you really want me to just to go with the flow and be a regular Joe streamer? Let's start gaming, man. There's still space back there to do not spa streams. What are they called? Pool. Wait. What's the phrase? Kiddie pool streams. What's the phrase? Bikini streams, but there was a phrase for it in the makeshift hot tub streamer. Hot tub streamer. I'm out. Don't go, man. Stay with me. E.T. Phone home.
Now, earlier today, poor old Resources Minister Madeleine King, she was wheeled out to try and defend Bowen and the government's handling of the fuel crisis.
The assurance we as a government give is...
I want those frames. Look at those glasses. I want those frames, but I want them in like a more of a light blue color. I got you know, these frames, you probably can't even tell, but they are blue. That's not going to get a focus, is it? Because it's looking through them at me. Yeah, that's the wrong way, you idiot. Yeah, these are blue. I want blue. I need blue for my eyes. My eyes are blue, so I need to maximize that. The beautifulness of the...
We're working every single
aura.
day to make sure
Olga.
that the Australian community has all the things that they need, and that includes, of course, fuel. So we do have a supply. We have the minimum stock holding obligation, which has been met. We still have supplies coming in.
Save me. Does that fill you with any confidence at all?
Nah.
I mean, that makes me feel sick. Now, She's pretty clueless, obviously. Nationals leader Bridget McKenzie, Senator McKenzie, at least she understands reliable supplies of diesel is what keeps Australia's capacity to produce and transport food going.
And one of the concerns we have is where is diesel in this announcement by the government? It talks a lot about petrol, and I'm getting a briefing from the Minister's office.
By the way, your eyes are hazel green and gold. That's a pretty rad combo. Look at the clouds behind Parliament House there. That's very foreboding, isn't it? Man, why did they choose that? Okay, Bridget, we're going to put you in front of Parliament House on a green screen, but well, the angle here is death and destruction. So we're gonna put an HDR image of Parliament House with the gnarly storm clouds kicking in the background. Shit's about to break loose, and you're the one bringing it to the nation. Man, that is so bad. Why can't I ever get my glasses to be clean?
Later today, because it is diesel that fuels our trucks, that get our products, not just from the regions to the ports, but everything that everyone in Warringah orders online, everything they purchase comes on the back of a truck powered by diesel.
Well, let's hope Bowen and King actually listen to that. But laughingly, if you can laugh at any of this stuff, Teal Independent and the federal member for the Northern Beaches of Sydney, Zali Steggall, well, she was more concerned about the health issues.
Wait, what was her name? Zali Steggall? Isn't that a Bowie album?
Sydney, Zali Steggall.
Zali Steggall. At least they are mushroom clouds. Zali Steggall.
And the federal member for the Northern Beaches of Sydney, Zali Steggall.
Wow.
Well, she was more concerned about the health issues of releasing higher sulphur content petrol, even though we've been using that sort of petrol forever.
The government is on notice to improve.
Zali. What a stunning looking woman, kind of. Visually, okay, impressive. Well, maybe it's just her name as well, but that's impressive. Strange name and like visually impressive.
We've been using that sort
Ziggy
of petrol
Stardust's cousin.
forever.
The government is on notice to improve our fuel supply. They have lowered the standards, which means we now have a risk of more air pollution and health issues as a result.
Okay, so while you're there, are you against this release of the lower standard of fuel?
Well, I'm concerned by it because it does have health implications.
Air pollution. Soon we're not going to have any food. I mean, Zali, please get with the program. I mean, look at what this episode clearly has illustrated for us as a country. We as a nation have been, and this is both sides of politics, not just Labor, blindingly ignorant about the circumstance just like this, when imported fuel supplies are put at risk. Now, forget Bowen, who all week tried to suggest, well, we are better placed than when that other lot were in power, and claiming, depending on what day of the week you tuned in, that we had 36 or 35 or 32 days of supply. Well, clearly, as the late, great Jim Molan wrote in his book, that's not enough. And think about it, this supply crisis we are in is around Middle East oil largely being transported to places like Singapore. And late today we find out
I agree with
China's
the host.
now locking up supplies.
Mostly.
And there are suggestions Korea and Japan might follow. That fuel goes to Singapore, the oil goes to Singapore, it's then refined and it's sold to us. Now, what is the next crisis? What if it's China and they shut the shipping lanes? That refined fuel travels along to get here. What do we do then? Where is the national debate about reopening Australia's oil refineries so we can refine our own oil? Or what about this for an idea? Where is the debate about encouraging energy companies to actually drill for oil in Australia? Instead, we have fools like Bowen sneering at Donald Trump's election pledge of drill, baby, drill.
I say we go to solar, man. Enough with the oil. Enough with the oil. While we're here, though, let's check the fuel prices right now in Australia. Give me some little background tunes. Let's crank up the fuel price from Petrol Spy. I haven't used this app for a week. So last time I fueled up, I got lucky, man. Before COVID lockdown kicked in, that's what I'm calling it. Before it kicked in, I got fuel at $1.69. Yeah, $1.69 it was. Oh, shit. It's $2.67 now. In my local town, Yeah, $2.67. In Nowra and Bomaderry, it's a little cheaper. There's one for, man, the Foodery on this, dude. Wait, that's a 7-Eleven, huh? Where the hell's that? There's a 7-Eleven near, oh wow. Oh yeah, there's one next to the pet barn. Yeah, okay. Well, the 7-Eleven's the cheapest, but they don't have bathrooms. I don't go to the 7-Eleven because they don't have a toilet. I've always got to take a slash. So that's $2.39. That's the cheapest. Okay, not that bad. Not that bad. I'm going to just go down to Melbourne town and see what it's like in Melbourne. Why is it not? Okay, around the same, 240, 250, 249, 239. So it's hovering around. Oh man, look how many fuel places there are in Victoria. Wait for that. Look at that. They're just everywhere. There's so many of them that the map doesn't let you display them all. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm just going to have a quick look in Tassie. Okay. It's $2.52. $2.50. It's a little bit more expensive in Tassie, which makes sense. It's got to go across the Bass Strait. What's the highest price down there? Yeah, $2.50. Yeah, okay. Bend over and clench. This is going to hurt. You know what I want to do now? Well, I want to take a look at our channel, Filthy Travels. Kira and Ryan, these guys are traveling around Australia in a Delica, which is something that I'm down for. We've been watching their content. I believe we're up to their 4th video, Van Life Australia, exploring the magic of Margaret River. Wait. No, put it on oldest. Nope, we're up to this one. No, that's Big Sandy we've already done. This one, Lap of Australia, heading west, Country Town Tours. Yeah, here we go, Lap of Australia. I recognise that. I don't know where that is, but I feel like I've seen that silo. This is from 10 months ago. It's had 825, they've got 825 subs, less than 1,000. This has had 644 views. I'm down to watch it if you are. The muckabop. What the hell does that mean? Is that the Darling River?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are we? Right, so I don't really know how to pronounce this, and got a revving from Steve on the last one about pronouncing the dam wrong, so...
Damn.
Sorry. Hello. I think it's like Calpura, Calpower, Cal something. Anyway, it's a place in the bush. It's not bad. A bit cold.
Dude, they're so close to someone else. Imagine being in the middle of the bush or camping and then there's a dude right on your ass.
Got a bit of a present for you. Not only have you got...
Oh, there's heaps of people. There's a... Oh, no. Wait, yeah, that's another Delica in the background there, isn't it? Yeah, true.
Also got one over there.
Yeah.
We also got one over there.
Oh, what?
3 Delicas.
No shit.
Together. Must mean something special is going to happen. Anyway, time for coffee.
Just on our way to check out some...
What is with the resolution here? That's 1080. That's horrible.
Railway tunnels.
That's the bit rate on a GoPro, man. It's 1080p, but the bit rate is like...
From like the early 1920s. Should be about 6 tunnels of that we're going to check out. Goes for approximately 2.5 k's, 3 k's. Took 20 years to build, apparently.
Come on, man. You've got to be a bit more energetic, dude. I'm going to give you critique here, Kieran. Kirith? What's his name again? Kieran. Kira. No, Ryan. She's Kira. Ryan, you've got to be a little more snappy, dude. If you're going to have a personality on camera, you've got to have a personality on camera.
Operational for 70. So, a lot of work. But yeah, beautiful, eh? It's going to be really fun. And we're on to the tunnels.
Okay, that looks cool.
They call it Tunnel 6.
Could smoke a few billies in there, mate.
It was the last tunnel to be built. Pretty bloody cool. Just a short walk at 800 metres from the car park to this tunnel. You follow the old railway line where it used to be.
A weird tunnel shape? Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice walk. About halfway in between the tunnels now. It's a bit dark. Nice breeze flowing through it. Can't see too much.
Be fun.
Didn't think about bringing a headlamp, but maybe we should have. And we shot out the other side of the Tunnel 6. Beautiful.
Look at his baseball cap, says this holiday sucks. That's pretty funny. Look out! Look how
pretty cool, actually.
Look how dirty their Delica is. Look at the roof, man. When they get in and look up, look at the ceiling. Holy shit! Is that all? That's all water damage, isn't it? That's water damage by the look of it. Look how filthy that what do they call those things? The hand grip, dude. You filthy swines! Clean that shit. You got to touch that every time you get in the vehicle. Man, Govan is way, way nicer than this. Dalsky, I wonder Doug may have some interesting train stories beyond the shunting. Yeah, maybe he does. Yeah. I can't get over how dirty their vehicle is. I mean, I know they're traveling and all, but you could just rub that down with a bum wipe and you'd be good. Fuck, man. I'm really sensitive to I reckon I might have developed, just side tangent here, side rant style, I reckon I might have developed a little OCD over the last since May last year. I reckon I've gotten a little ACDC, OCD style. That would not fly with me. I've developed an approach that includes trying to stay healthy, and if that includes hand washing more ever than I never have before. Is that the way? More than I never have before. For me, it's a germ issue. Yeah, especially on a trip like this. Like, I feel like you're going to, and you know when I got sick in Peterborough, South Australia, that one night when Marty and I, the night after, the next day, Marty and I tipped out all the homebrew. I got sick, possibly because of the homebrew. I don't think it was that, but I got on the edge of sickness. And remember, I kicked it in one day. So when you're on a trip like this, like these guys are doing, you don't want to be sick, because then you ruin everything. Like if you don't feel good, you don't enjoy yourself. So something as simple as cleaning that fucking handle, like, look at that, dude. It's absolutely filthy. Like, she's got to touch that to get into the vehicle. I don't know. I wouldn't. I'd have to clean that. I couldn't, because I don't want to get ill. Right? You're going to get sick because you're going to touch it, and then you're going to touch your mouth by accident, touch your nose, touch your face, and suddenly the germs are in your mouth, and the next thing you've got babies.
All right, that was pretty cool, actually.
And by the way, Where's his one? Why is his one not there? You know why? It got so dirty they didn't want to clean it. They just took it off. He hasn't got one on his side. I mean, there is one. I guess you can't see there. There should be holes there where it's come out, where it's... Yeah, it's just disgusting.
Nice little walk. That's very pretty. I'm going to go to the town and pull up in front of the hall. There's some nice little artwork there, I believe. And
see? She just touched her eye. See that?
Town and pull up in front of the hall. There's some nice little artwork there, I believe.
You don't even notice you're doing it, but you touch your face all the time. And if you've just gone in and held that handle and it's just got fucking dying possum shit all over it, and then you touch your eye, you just put that in your eye. Without even knowing you've done it, the next thing you've got an eyeball infection.
And make some breakfast. Breakfast.
I sure hope their underoos aren't that filthy. I mean, yeah, well, that's another thing. You traveling's a bit difficult. Hey, by the way, I've got to take a slash. Can I just rewind this? I don't want to leave you with nothing. I'll just rewind this and let it play. And I'm going to take a quick slash and I'll be back in a moment.
Good morning. Where are we? Right, so I don't really know how to pronounce this, and got a revving from Steve on the last one about pronouncing the damn wrong, so sorry. Hello. I think it's like Calpura, Calpower, Cal something. Anyway, it's a place in the bush. It's not bad. A bit cold, but got a bit of a present for you. Not only have you got the Delica here, we also got one over there. We also got one over there. 3 Delicas together. Must mean something special is going to happen. Anyway, time for coffee.
Just on our way to check out some old railway tunnels from like the early 1920s. Should be about 6 tunnels of that we're going to check out. Goes for approximately 2.5 k's, 3 k's. Took about 20 years to build apparently, and was operational for 70.
Back.
So a lot of work.
Okay, I've seen this.
But yeah, beautiful, eh?
Beautiful, eh?
It'll be really fun.
We'll skip forward. I've also got to add the P sound to the taking a slash over. You've got to have the sound of me peeing, the trickling. Right? I'll do that another time. But
can't wait. That was a good walk.
nice country, Australia, mate.
Just pulled up to make some lunch, some wraps. Ryan's playing with his new drone.
Take off. Exit current function first. Spotlight.
It's pretty little artwork over here.
Cool.
Follow.
It's quite a cute little town.
Unable to take off. Exit current function first.
Here we are in the town of Monto. Bit
Monto.
quiet today, being Easter Sunday. Just come across some beautiful artwork here. Nice little cow. And the old sit on the fence trick. Little glimpse in the life in the bush. Some of Kira's favourite things to do is check out information centres and eat hot chips. So checking
Love
both
those
those
painted
off
walls, yeah.
Beautiful Monto. Pub opens at 2. I'm sure we'll have a cold one in there. Yeehaw. Bit of Monto artwork for you on the water tower.
You know what, man? It's gotten very popular at the moment. So I feel like getting people to paint murals on like, landmarks, silos and buildings and whatnot, if anything, it's going to discourage like tagging, because no one will want to tag over a cool piece like that. Like you wouldn't want to go and tag that now, because it's like someone's already done something on it and it's rad. Yeah, it's disincentivizing tagging, which I think is great. Yeah. Yeah, you agree. Yeah, me too. I agree with myself. Tags are ugly. Yeah. I mean, pieces can be good, but tagging.
So I decided to come in for a look. You see the old blacksmith shed?
Fucking ugly is fugly. Yeah.
Well, Mackenzie's place, eh? No, nothing good happens here, I bet.
What? Nothing good happens? Mr. Pessimistic? Nothing good ever happens here?
Hello. How cool. This for a bit of backyard engineering. Got the tractor, the pulley, up to this thing that they call the gold stamper.
In the US, tagging is mostly criminal
dropping,
gangs marking territory,
lifts it back up,
aka ghetto shit. Yeah.
around.
Okay. I guess that's the same globally, right?
Oh, what have we got over here? Kira's trying to get out of here. She's had enough of the trip already. She's catching the train home. Don't worry, I'll pay for your ticket too. Yeah. How cool is that? Got an old crane over here. Just pass inspection for the year.
Yeah, just a bit rusty. That'll buff right out.
It should be right, eh? Tyres will get through.
Still good.
And we're aboard
Aussie women are rad. They're feisty. I love that.
Camp Wagon 34 and Monto's train rail. This looks like a comfy.
Ansim Gaming. Ansim over on Valora. How you doing, Ansim? What's cracking?
Ooh, that's good.
Ansim.
Alright, we just pulled up to make a little bit of a coffee and look at these gorgeous silos.
I feel like I've seen these.
Found the cutest little roadside shop.
How are you? I'm well, man. Or woman. Handle. I'm well, handle.
Got everything. There's honey.
Try this weird sauce.
Awesome.
Sorry, awesome sauce. Sounds dangerous.
What honey did you pick?
Oh, I'm thinking the bloodwood.
We got some cookies, some nuts. We should get a lemon or two as well.
I'll get those limes. Those bush limes.
Yeah. How cute is this? They really have everything.
It just sits there, and then it's the honesty system, right?
Out of eggs, unfortunately. But it's all very cute.
I'm already following. They have a new alert system and sound alerts on Valora, do they now? I'm not paying much attention to Valora, but I'll have a look at it after we finish this video. That wouldn't work in the US. Too many assholes. Yeah. I mean, a lot of these roadside, like, sort of stuff like this, it's all honesty based.
Right, 3 moons.
Because no one's going to sit there and wait, right? Like, they're going to sit there all day for like 2 people. They come at the beginning of the day, put the stuff together, and then they come back at the end of the day and take the cash. Yeah.
What are you doing? Into the treats jar. Alright, we only had a $50 note, so we have to get quite the haul. It's super cute.
Very nice.
I'm very excited about the hunt. I'm excited about all of it, actually. Back on the road?
Back on the road.
So yeah, you basically you tally up what you want, and in this case, they bought $50 worth of goods and put the 50 in. Blurp denied us to bring Valora. Blurp. I was on Blurp for a little while. Seems pretty sketchy, that site. It's good to know that some people have ethics and morals. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll say this: in these kind of situations, if you steal from them, you're actually like how could you go to that roadside stop and steal stuff and then also go home and sleep with you like at night and close your eyes and go to sleep? Like I don't know, like I'm not the only one that would think this, but I couldn't, like, if I stole from them and then continued on my trip, I couldn't live with myself. Like you have an element of you that will be like, you know, that's wrong and you're still going to go ahead and live. No, if you're doing that, you're what's wrong with society. You're the problem. So don't do that. If you're down on your luck and times are tough and you might need something, that's a different scenario. But if you're on a road trip and you're, you know, filling your tank up with gas and you're going camping and drinking beers and then you're stealing from these places, you're the worst, right? Completely the worst. Besides, karma will bring that crap back on you. Exactly, right? Exactly. Yeah. It's a lose-lose. Blurp want their cut. Blurp. What Ansim Gaming is talking about on Valora is there's two sites that I'm streaming on. One is Valora.tv, which seems a little bit more legit, and there's one called Blurp.tv, and Blurp seems a little bit weirder, a little bit, I don't know, something about it doesn't seem legit. Ansim, are you saying that Blurp is owned by the same people in Valora or something? There's a connection is what I'm understanding. Okay, fair enough.
Yep, sounds good. I'll meet you over there.
Watch those power lines with your drone, dude. Shit.
Alright. And we're off to...
It's owned by Any Perso Corey CEO. Okay.
We're off to Krakow. Krakow.
We've got a fresh cacao and we're off to Krakow.
We're eating the cutest little tiny apple from the little roadside store. And yeah,
Krakow. That's in Warsaw.
To be west, away from all the people and.
Warsaw is beautiful, eh? It had some
Not a company.
gorgeous dinner.
Ansim, are you talking about Valora or are you talking about Blurp?
Yeah, there were some really cute shops. It's unfortunate it's Easter Sunday, but there's a few cafes and a few pubs open. It was still pretty good.
Really nice.
Yeah. Alrighty.
On the road again.
See you in Krakow. Alright, we just had to pull over because there was a seat shaped like a cow.
Krakow. That's funny. Cool.
So worth it. There's a horse over there too.
What a moo.
We're camping near the pub down there. I'm actually not sure where we are because we just pulled out over and we've seen the cow. Find out, eh?
Valora TV technically is owned by his music company. Okay. I don't know much about either of those platforms, but I know I'm live on both of them, so I guess I should do a bit of research. I'm just multi-streaming everywhere just to see, you know. The one that I'm paying the most attention to is what's it called? The Arena Arena.social. I think that one's got, in terms of earning crypto for streaming, I think Arena Social seems like the go. There's one called Blaze.stream, which sort of seems legit, but also doesn't seem to be doing so much. I know I got to take a closer look at Valora because, yeah, Valora does have some crypto integration as well, which I need to investigate. But we'll finish this video, then we'll take a quick look at that. You know?
And here we are, pulled up at Krakow. Little gold mining town.
That was cozy.
Just had a shower. Some nice facilities there. So free camp at the back here. $10 donation.
Sweet, that's not free.
Pub's just down the...
Wait, free camp? $10 donation? Mandatory? That's not free. Just saying, right? I'm not going on a rant, but if it's a free camp and there's a mandatory $10 donation, that ain't free. He's disabled due to his health issues. Okay. Corey, the CEO, is disabled due to health. Okay.
Front there. Just cooking up some nice steaks for dinner. And tried our hand at some cask wine. So
hell yeah.
It's actually not too bad.
Mandatory is not a donation. I know, man.
The old Krakow Mining Heritage Centre. The old courthouse that they've transformed into a little bit of a glimpse of the mining operation in the area. Complete with the tunnel systems. And a little run through of how the plant operates. Alrighty, so we just finished our night at Karoom.
Oh.
Karoom.
Well, you went to bed in Krakow and woke up in Karoom? Okay.
Checked out the information centre, which we just drove past there again. Very informative.
Opal. Oi. How about this, Dale? I'll make it up to you, man. On this next road trip, wherever I end up going, if we go anywhere and you're on the map checking out what might be there, could be opals, could be something else, I will do what you want for you on the stream to make up for the opal saga. I'll do that for you, man. Whatever it is, wherever we are, you can say, hey, Gives, do you remember that time in Cooper Pedy when you refused to investigate the opals, even though you were in the biggest opal capital of the world? I'll say, no, I don't remember that at all, man. What are you talking about? And I'll pretend I forgot. But then I'll also do whatever you damn well please. So, yeah, that'll happen. I don't know what it'll be or where it'll be, but somewhere I'll make it up to you, man. I'll make it up to you. Because I'm just that kind of guy, hey, you know. Challenge accepted. This should be fun. Whatever. Yeah, wait till I start going. Look, I'm planning on doing it in August. For whatever, I don't know, an extended amount of time. But of course, I am not doing it. If this Iran saga and high fuel prices are still a thing in August, hell no, I'm not doing anything. I'm only going to do it if the fuel cost is back to normal. Or someone pays for my fuel. That won't happen.
And wash some clothes as well. Check out the laundromat. Kira is not a fan of hand washing, so she's avoiding it as much as she can.
Fair enough.
It just doesn't work as well.
You don't know that. You haven't tried yet.
You did.
Yeah, but I suck at it. Now we are... Where are we off to?
I still can't get over how dirty the top of that car is. How does the ceiling in a car get that dirty? It's mold, right? Is that mold? That's water damage and it's molded, right? Oh, and by the way, there's his handle on that side. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's not up there. It's there. Yeah. And there should be one on this side too, but it's out of frame skis.
We're going to Miles.
Mile.
There's a town on the way when Wendowen.
Yeah.
Is that it? That we're going to just have a little look-see at. We might even stay there the night if it's quite pretty and something happen. I wouldn't mind finding a place with a pool. I'm dying for a swim now that we're like so far from the beach.
It's been 2 days, you're like...
Yeah. So, yeah.
They're inland.
See that? Wherever we end up. And we've arrived at Wandon, something like that, at the heritage place. And we're in the...
I'll let Corey know to drop in. Yeah, cool, man.
Shed.
Once we finish this video, I'll take a quick squiz at Valora, and I'll end my stream by looking at valora.tv. What is all that? Tags.
Oh, police cell. Shower.
The jail?
Cell door. Got the criminal in here already.
Lock her up and take advantage. Could have some fun in there. Whoops.
Here we are. Home
Did I
tonight.
think that or say that? Not with her, not with her. I just meant in general. Not in general, I meant with someone that you... Doesn't matter.
Wandon. Got the windmill over there having a go. Kira over this side, also having a go. Editing the video from last week. How good.
I'm interested on their awning setup. They don't appear to ever peg it down. Oh no, there's a guide ropes. Sorry, my bad. You idiot. Sorry, forget that. Cancel that.
What a magic spot. Just cranked out a new fire pit. Haven't used it yet. I've been pretty blessed with having fire pits everywhere, but finally get to have a go at it.
Have a crack, mate.
I'll cook some steaks tonight. Just been letting them slow cook today on the RV on this rock here. Alrighty, just about to chuck the steaks on. First go at the little fire thingy here.
Is that a plastic spatula? Careful.
Nice and hot for those steaks. Hopefully don't burn the van down.
Had a fire the other night. Last one till autumn, probably. Wow, man. Yeah, that's a while away for you. Fuck.
Good morning. Welcome to Miles. This is one a little bit special for Kira because it's an information centre, which is like her favourite thing in the world.
She loves
it's
that.
also a museum. So, best of luck to us, but we know that we're going to have one happy little girl.
Funny how certain things can really get people interested, like museums and information centres. That's kind of cool. For me, it's scenery, like local scenes, like a water hole or a mountaintop. Museums and stuff, not so much. That's kind of weird. Funky. Wow. Could that guitar sound any less like a real guitar? The old days, yeah, man.
Got something special for you. The immersion of two cultures brought together.
What do you reckon he's got there? What do you reckon he's going to show us? Now, if this was me, what would the thing be that I'm about to show? The immersion of two cultures. He's sitting down. He's at a campsite. It's late in the afternoon. He's a pretty cool guy. Humanity sure has come a long way the last 100 years. Yeah, man, it's developed a lot. I reckon he's got a local beer. He's got a local beer. No, but he said the mixing of two cultures. I'm perplexed. I don't know what he's got. I reckon it's a drink of some sort, but I can't think what it would be. Let's go back and see how he brings this in.
Got something special for you. The immersion of two cultures brought together at one dusty side servo.
Oh.
A kebab burger. Not too bad either. Aaron Giz.
Good.
It's good. We found.
They're sitting quite far apart. What's with that? Why are you all the way over there? Why aren't they sitting close? Maybe they had a fight? They're not very close together. I don't care for kebab. Dude, you've never had a good one then. So shut the fuck up. What? No, I said I just said I can't remember what I said, but I know it wasn't a swear word. I'm not swearing anymore.
Aaron Giz.
Good.
It's good. We found ourselves just outside of Miles, in like a little dam.
Weir.
A weir. Pretty cool.
That's rad.
Free camp.
Free camp, yeah. Amongst the little trees.
Careful, I'll stick my feisty girlfriend on your ass. Well, I don't know what Suki's up to these days, but you know.
All right, Gil Weir, free camp.
So just a reminder, when I do my road trip Dale skis, I'm going to stay a minimum of 2 days at one spot. So we're going to set up and we're going to stay for 2 days. Maybe sometimes we'll stay for 3. It's none of this in and out, one spot, one night kind of crap. That was a problem with Marty, and we knew it. And this time around, mandatory 2-day stops. That way we can set up. And when I say we, I mean me, can set up and really mingle around and, take your time and enjoy. Exactly, yeah. Set up for the awning, set everything up nicely, sit down, park up for 2 days, enjoy the place. That's the plan anyway. Did I pause that? I think I did. That looks nice.
Welcome.
Interesting angle.
To the In June Not Rodeo. Beautiful coffee this morning. Surrounded with all our friends, the horses. We're a pretty lucky spot here. We're pretty much the only people that aren't competing at this event.
That is a weird... Oh, that's their projector screen. They must project movies onto that at night. That's what that is. I thought that might have been like a privacy thing, but that's a projector screen. I'm starting to like these two. Yeah, man, look, I'll be honest. The only attraction for me initially was that they're in a Go Van equivalent, a Delica. But yeah, it's just fun, easygoing content. You know, I dig.
Go check it out, see what it's all about. Welcome to the In June campfire.
Man, looks like thriving.
A couple of days ago, we were a little bit confused what a camp draft was.
Well, yeehaw!
It might have been similar to a rodeo sort of thing, what we have back home. They have like a rodeo camp draft up there with a few different events, barrel racing and all the rest of it. But down here, they've got 3 days of chasing a cow around these sticks. And they bloody love it. That's how you do it. We're all helping out.
Chase the cow around the stick, boy. Ain't nothing wrong with chasing a car around a stick.
Separate the cow from the herd. Tell them to open the gates up.
Yeehaw!
Cow escape back to the herd. There we go, he's out. Got it.
So what's the idea? They got to run it around the track?
144 Sean Dolman out on course.
And I guess they've got to guide it through a certain pathway?
145 Wade Jones,
Got the old grandstand for the horse racing track. The bar over there. And then the track. And then the Kira.
Welcome back. We just finished at the Indian camp draft. A couple of nights there. Wonderful people around. It's pretty cool, like just to see what it's all about. Food was good there.
Yeah, it was good.
Beers were cold.
Interestingly, just looking at their overdrive stick, he hasn't got overdrive activated. If it was on, that button would be depressed in and it would be flush with the top of the stick. I wonder why he's not driving with overdrive on. I mean, that's a turbo diesel engine, which maybe the overdrive works differently. I'm just noticing things. I've got a van like that. I got to make an alcohol purchase soon. An alcohol. Well, get a torpedo into you, mate. Get a torpedo. Or a jack, depending on how much you want to knock yourself around.
Yeah, now we're just heading back to Roma for the day. Stuff to do there. We'll check out the museum.
Yeah, car museum.
Both in my cart. You're already onto it. Torpedoes and jack.
Yum. I love
I don't know if it's functional. I don't know. I'm not sure. And there's some cattle yards tour that we're going to do.
Yeah, sick.
Just trying to work out what we're going to do after that for the flood.
I'll tell you what I'm jealous of. This is something super subtle. See their curtain that blocks the rear of the vehicle from the front? For some reason, I don't know, I mean, this is the same layout as GoVan, but my curtain, like the placement of that curtain rack, which I think I did. Yeah, I did that. The ones on the side ones were already installed, but I did that one in the front. And I know that I did it as far back as I possibly could. But what happens is when you're driving with the curtains in the, in that position, the laid out position. Oh, of course, I've taken my mouse off, haven't I? Oh no, there it is. It hits the back of my head. I'm going to turn that back on, by the way. I don't like the mouse being off. It hits the back of my head. And I remember on this side where her head is, when I bunch the curtains up, when they're open, I've got to tuck them around behind here. There's one of these filthy rotten handles for the side door, and I tuck it around there, and then it also hits this person's head. So I'm jealous of the space that they have. Somewhat, it seems like they've got more space behind their heads between them and the curtain. It could be an illusion, but that's what it looks like anyway. I got nothing else.
Yes, the flooding's really turned us around in the circle a bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, everything's going well.
Oh, you were hoping for an unusual idea of alcohol. Get a Cooper's sparkling ale. Try some Australian beer, man. Stop drinking that Sierra Nevada shit, mate. Get a real beer get a real beer into you, mate. Get a Cooper's. They're shorter, so the seats are further forward. Possibly. That's probably what it is, actually. Yeah, they're shorter people. Yeah, get a Cooper's sparkling ale, mate, from South Australia, one of Australia's greatest beers, mate. Fuck yeah, and then smoke some billies as well.
See ya wherever we end up.
The only Aussie beer available here is Foster. Oh, don't bother with that, man. Seriously. Like, forget that. Don't even do that for a giggle. You won't laugh. Then don't do that. But what site are you on? Like, is that really the? Are you Instacarting or something? Okay. Nah, there'll be a place in Florida where you can get Cooper's sparkling ale. By the way, she's got a lovely smile, hasn't she? In that freeze frame. That's a weird frame. Look, his hand's off the steering wheel. He's a Vulcan. He's also holding a microphone, and she's smiling like something's about to go down. Someone's played a gag or something. It looks like they're about to have a personal moment here, a joke.
Hey,
what was he doing? What was he doing with his hand off the wheel?
We end up.
Oh, you were saying goodbye.
Hey, welcome. Good morning.
Now we can really get a view of the filthy roof in that van. Why is it so dirty? I wonder if they did that. They don't appear to be dirty people. And by the way, look, you can see their curtain is touching the back of their seat. So it's the same as mine. Look, on that side, it is touching the back of the headrest.
Hey, welcome. Good morning. We're at a little town called Mitchell, filling up our water.
Mitchell.
We had a bit of funky water lately, so we decided to get one of these little water filters.
Okay.
Seen a few blokes at the caravan park running them. So I thought if they can do it, then we can do it too. So yeah, hopefully that clears up the funky water situation. And get some nice clean water. Woo-hoo. How good?
Pretty good.
Just on our way into Fisherman's Rest. We're going to pull up for the night. It's just outside of Mitchell. Nice little place. Just going to get some firewood and go snag a camp spot.
Snag it.
Oh, we've made it to our
nice
spot.
clean water. Yeah, nice spelling.
At Fisherman's Rest.
Nice spelling, water. W-A-D-U-H, water. Yeah, that's exactly how we say it in Australia too. Got some clean water. That's true.
Pretty nice. Straight on the water.
Water.
Plenty of shade. Don't fall on me, please.
Big gum trees, mate.
And Kira's over here.
Widowmakers.
Making up some lunch. What we got on the menu today, chef?
Some snitty wraps, some salami.
Snitty wraps. Oh yeah. How good's that?
Lovely trees, yeah, true.
Got plenty of wood for fire. Solar panels are going hard.
Solar panels are solar paneling.
I ended up adding that second solar panel up there.
Ah.
Probably a week ago now.
Wait, how's that?
Because we were struggling a bit with power.
How's that fixed?
Yeah, and not driving so much every day. So it's been good ever since then.
I've got an epic solar blanket I'm looking forward to showing you guys when I get out there on my trip. Big solar blanket, additional solar panels, and just I'll show it all to you when we're there. But it's going to be a lot of power, man, a lot of power.
How good. So
how do you reckon he did that though? It looks like it's just resting on top of the that's the esky, mate. The cooler. It's just sitting on top there.
You asked for more cooking videos.
Sure.
And we're going to deliver more cooking videos.
Did we?
Day on the menu. How to cook 2-minute noodles.
2-minute noodles, ramen. Same thing.
What do you got here, kids?
We've got some bananas that we bought from that little roadside shop, and they can't get through them. So
they're skanky as.
I'm going to try a bit of a banana damper. I've never quite done anything like this before, so I don't know how it's going to go.
Hope Charlotte Rose is okay. Hendrik freaked me out the other night. Yeah.
3. I'm going to start with 3.
3 nannies, nice.
They're horrible bananas. She's making damper, did she say?
A
With
little bit of
flour and water? Banana and flour. It's like a pancake.
Alright, I've got a bit of cacao as well.
Good old ceremonial spill everywhere through the van cacao. I love that type.
Ziploc bags for the win, huh?
Honey.
Yum.
Banana pancakes. I think she said damper, which is a bread, right?
Nice and sweet. And then we're going to use Sprite.
What? Lemonade?
Usually I'd use beer, but the damper.
Yeah, she's making damper.
This time.
Lemonade.
Because it's more of a sweet one? Is that the
That's a weird...
logic?
I've never tried it before, but I think that's what...
Oh, so we're the guinea pigs, are we?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's a thing.
Oh.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Alright, it's probably a little bit too wet.
A little bit too wet, we'll add some flour.
Alright, just before I get my hands dirty,
Mm-hmm.
just going to a bit of flour. Oh,
Whoops. Missed. Yeah.
in here. Doesn't burn the bottom of the damper.
Nice.
Wash your hands first. After you've just touched that handle on the
It's
Go
actually
van.
quite small, but
It's alright,
I
just
don't really
test
want
one,
to.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoy cooking.
Got me left with 3 kilos of unwanted damper.
I'll be honest, man. On a road
Pretty
trip,
much how you want it, like.
on a road trip, I don't really enjoy it. I don't. And I really appreciated Marty doing all of it, most of it. Did I cook? I think Marty did all of it. With that in mind, I've got to do something. I want to buy. I don't know how I'm going to fit it in GoVan, but I do want to buy a 12-volt oven. You know, I think we looked at them on stream. There's these 12-volt. They're about that big, about that tall, and they're an oven that you power as you drive, and you can throw chuck a lasagna in there and slow cook it while you're driving. So an hour before you reach the destination, you turn on this oven, set it to 150, put the lasagna in. By the time you get to your site, it's cooked. You unplug it, you eat. I kind of want to look into that, but I don't know where I'd put it in GoVan. That's the trouble. There actually is nowhere to put it because I've got too much tech gear, too much streaming shit. I don't know. I'll go and have a look at it later and just see.
You want to be able to chuck it around and it not really stick too much to you.
Won't that heat up the interior? I mean, it does have. Look, we looked at them once before. King's 12-volt oven. They're made for traveling, right? They're made for traveling. Travel oven. Can that not go larger? I'm going to bed. No worries, Ansim. Take care, man. I mean, that's installed in a camper there. It's kind of large, right? It can be freestanding. Set the temperature, plug it in, mount it. I mean, I'm assuming it's got a vent on the outside somewhere, right? Let's check the manual and support. Let's cite the word heat. Preheat. Good for location cooking, not inside GoVan. The word heat only comes up a couple of times. It's meant to be installed in the van, though. Why is this page not working? Support portal. Frequently asked questions. Travel oven. 130 watt travel oven. Let's look at the FAQ because someone surely has asked that about the heat. In a large caravan, maybe, but not in the Delica. Are you saying specifically because of the heat? And this website's a little funkified, clunkified. What's going on? Its status bar is just sliding upward slowly. Heat and size. Yeah. Wow, this is I can't wait for this. Okay, there we go. How can I purchase it? Where can I find the user manual? Can I extend the cooking time? That's all the questions? They're the frequently asked questions? Are you serial? Setup guide, videos, user manual. Let's take a look at the setup guide. You want to watch it? I won't watch it all. Put it on YouTube. Take a look. Fast forward. Mounting and installation. Wiring setup and usage.
G'day, it's Craig here, and I'm going to quickly show you what comes in the box for the new travel oven. We have the instructions.
Good on you. Okay, get it out. Yeah, it's bigger than I thought. There's nowhere for that to go, man.
We have the cigarette socket adapter.
Fuck, that's pretty short. It's going to be right up the front with you.
And we have our oven racks.
Yeah, that's not going to fit anywhere, is it? I mean, it's a tidy little unit.
And there we go, we have the oven.
But looking at it like that, like, I know I don't have any space for that. There just isn't space. Look at his lovely smiling face, though. Yeah, I don't have space for that. He looks like someone. He looks like just classic Australian outdoorsy guy. Want to sell you shit. I just don't have anywhere to put that. I'm just thinking about it now. The only maybe space is behind the passenger seat, but even that, I doubt it. I'd have to have a look.
Okay, before we get started, let's talk about how we're going to mount it up, and we do include these two mounting brackets. So the beauty of these, you can actually mount either from the top, if you're mounting underneath some sort of shelf or something like that, or you can go underneath. So I'll quickly show you there. You can either put the mounting brackets facing upwards or the mounting brackets facing downwards. So it's nice and easy to mount, but remember you don't want your oven rocking and rolling back in your caravan or in your car. All right, now we've got it set up in the car and it's all okay, not going to tip over on you. Let's have a quick look on the inside.
It's smaller than I thought.
We've got our shelves.
It's pretty cool, right?
And our shelves do have a tiny little locator on there, so just slide them under the racks.
It's pretty
just stops
cool.
them rattling around while you're driving around.
Like for cooking, like a simple one, like a meal.
There we go, top and bottom rack. Now, obviously, some of the things you go to cook, you may not need the top or the bottom rack, whatever you're cooking. But anyway, that's how they set up inside the oven there. Okay, wiring. So you've got two options. We do supply the Anderson cigarette/merit plug. But would prefer you to go Anderson to Anderson, considering this thing almost is up around about 11 amps, so you do want a really good connection. But that's there too if you want to plug it into a cigarette lighter. And obviously the preferred method would be the Anderson plug directly into another Anderson plug or to the battery.
Which I have plenty of.
And we also do have a nice little 15 amp fuse that goes in line here that's nice and easy to change. Let's get it plugged in. All right, now that we're all plugged in, I'll quickly go through the dials and let you know what they do, which is pretty easy to understand. So the first one over here is the timer. So it goes up to 120 minutes. So it's dead basic. All you need to do is turn around to the desired time, and normally I leave it myself on the total 120 minutes and keep an eye on what the food's doing. And that's to actually set the timer. Now, over this side is your temperature gauge. So basically, set your temperature to your desired temperature once again. The red light will come on, and it also will come off once it's hit the desired temperature and the thermostat inside the oven has decided on what the temperature is. And do remember to keep your eye on battery voltage, because if the battery voltage is going down, it is going to reduce the temperature and the efficiency of the oven. So, you know, you might notice a big boost while you're cruising your alternator and, you know, it's going really well, and then, you know, you might go through be cloudy or battery voltage is getting a little bit down. So just remember that you are relying on battery voltage. So keep an eye on battery voltage. The more voltage, the more efficient the oven's going to be. The lower the battery voltage.
So this device, obviously, I mean, I've got enough power in there for my streaming gear. This is a big drain on your power. So you'd only use it while driving and everything's already charged up. Then you'd turn it on within an hour left of being there. That's my thoughts, but I honestly don't think I can fit it in. I have an air fryer in my kitchen, larger, nicer version of this. Yeah, right. Emerald Legacy.
It's going to make the oven work a lot harder. So really keep an eye on the battery voltage when you're cooking. Another tip about keeping the oven clean, well, it is stainless steel, so get yourself a nice good stainless steel oven cleaner, or maybe just some olive oil and wipe down the surfaces in between use. But other than that, it's nice and easy to maintain and keep clean. Okay, another couple of tips that I've come across is experiment with your temperature. I mean, we've got the rough idea of what it's written on the side, but remember, it does vary depending on what's in the oven and what you're cooking. So once again, it's a thing to experiment with, and it's a guide only to what the temperatures would be.
See that little encode overload error right there? That won't happen with the M5. Pro tip, do not place near fuel lines or jerry cans. Yeah, of course. It's an idea, putting it on the roof. I mean, I could fit it on the roof. Could I mount it outside?
When you're cooking like marinades and foods with a lot of moisture, what they'll do is they'll create a lot of steam, and that really does bring the oven temperature down after a period of time. So keep that in the factor too, that if you're cooking something simple like wings in a normal oven, that it does take a little bit of guts to cook those and it'll take a bit longer. Other things like pizzas, for instance, due to the fact that the element is only on the bottom, you're not going to get like a melted cheese type look over the top because there is no actual element up in the top. So there are things to get.
You couldn't fit a pizza in there. I mean, you could reheat a couple of slices of pizza, but
used to, but you can get some great results and some awesome food while you're camping. So have fun with the oven. If you do have any problems, remember, get in touch with our customer support team and they're there to help.
Didn't mention anything about the heat dissipation. Comments are turned off. Uh-oh. Why would comments be turned off on that video? There's something wrong with that product, dude. Why the fuck would you put up that and turn off comments? Have they always got comments turned off on their channel? Kick-ass products. Let's see their most recent upload. Comments off is a huge red flag. Here's one from 7 days ago. If the comments are on this, there's the outdoor cinema screen, right? Comments are on. Comments are on. Smart shunt. Kick-ass inflatable sofa. We'll open up all 4 of these and just have a quick squiz. By the way, their shunt, I had one of their shunts. They're horrible. Comments are on that one. 2 comments 2 weeks ago. Fair enough. Inflatable furniture. Comments are on. 355 comments. Portable vacuum cleaner. Comments are okay. The comments are on all of those ones we opened up, except for the oven, and that's from 4 years ago. I'm not touching it. A, I can't fit it, and B, if the comments are turned off, there's something wrong with that product. Not touching it. Not touching it. Anyway, we were midway through this. Let's continue at Fisherman's Rest.
In there?
She's making damper.
That looks actually really good. I'm really excited about that.
How good. Check.
Check it. We lost our little stick, so Ryan's in charge of this job.
Oh no.
Explain damper. It's basically just camp bread. It's flour and water and a bit of oil and some kind of flavoring sometimes. And it's just bread. Made in a fire. They often put it in tin foil, in aluminum foil.
A bit longer, I think. Maybe. I don't know. It's
maybe the turn.
Yeah, we'll definitely do a turn.
It's Aussie bush tucker, mate. Campfire tucker.
Yeah.
Consistency, so swinging it
I think a dingo took my damper. Don't fall into the water.
Maybe
Take one step back. Yo, Grimsky, what up, big dog? How you doing, man?
Folks.
What's up, Grimsky?
Browning up nicely.
I just don't know. I feel like it's going to be different. It's a bit more squishy.
Doing
but
good,
I
man.
think
Yeah,
it's
I'm good.
coming
I'm
on.
doing good too.
Yeah.
For a
I
Monday.
reckon we pull it off. I'd rather it be a little bit underdone.
Yep. Beautiful.
Could be raw on the inside
treat.
there.
Alright, I'm just going to go straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle. Let's see what it's like.
That wasn't straight down the middle. Oh shit, yeah.
How good does that
Sorry, I
look?
got really hot.
Well done.
That looks great.
Yum.
Alright.
Let's try it, eh?
With some butter.
Looks like a fucking horse patty. It kind of did, didn't it?
Not bad. A tiny bit of sweetness about it. Doesn't overpower.
What about the banana
It might
flavour?
have been better without the cacao.
Grimsky's one of the few
Yeah.
Kiwis I've ever met that isn't a total wanker. There you go, Grim. Some props there from
Kind of
Daleskins.
just mostly all you can taste. Still good though.
I don't think I've ever met a wanker Kiwi though. The Kiwis I've met have all been pretty damn rad.
Beautiful. Welcome to Charterville.
Charlottesville, mate.
As what we always do
Charlottesville.
when we enter a new city, we go straight to the information centre.
I thought you were going to the pub, mate.
This one looks pretty cool. An old building.
You haven't seen
Buildings
shit
up there.
yet. I've seen you piss out of a
out of the
window, Grimsky. That's enough, right? Seen you pissing out of a window, and then you told us your ex-partner now also pissed out of that window. I believed you as well. You know, I've seen that. I know that can happen.
We, Kira? Oh, hey, let's go. We're going to check out some stores. We just finished off some information from the information centre.
This is very informative.
Yes. Now we're going to go.
Poker time is a turd. I don't know. Poker time is a Kiwi, right?
Stars,
Okay.
The Cosmos.
Cosmos.
And see if we can plan our day around that. Oh, I'm driving, am I?
I don't know how well you can see, but there's so many hawks right now.
Remember that in somewhere else in Australia where I was? There was heaps of those hawkses.
Yeah, Ryan's trying to cook lasagna on the little stove here. Oh, sorry.
Just like the vampire, it's all good.
All right. So we're just in Charleville. About to go back to the Cosmos Centre. We've been there 3 times. Oh no, we've been there twice today. This will be our 3rd time. It's really, really cool.
Really cool.
We've seen the sun in a telescope. It was crazy. It was just so strange to see it like that. Hey.
It was, yeah.
You see like all the flares coming off it and like the black spots in it.
What was that DK's buddy's name?
Very enjoyable.
Oh, that dude. Oh, fuck. Yeah. I'd politely forgotten about that person. Thanks for reminding me. DK Conspiracy's friend's name. The one that came in with white power, but it's not racist.
Experience?
What did he say? White powers unite. Not racist. Nothing to do with race. So what's the white in relation to? Oh, white-skinned people. But that's not about race. Interesting. Continue to try to sell that to me because this ain't working. I've been thinking about getting a Starlink portable and chase cam set up for my car. Could get some good content driving around New Zealand. Yes, you could. Yes, you could, man. Team White Unite. What a tard. That's what it was. Team White Unite. So tell me again what that white's in relation to. Oh, I'm referring to the skin color of you, but it's not about race. Okay, you might need to explain that one even more delicately to me because either I'm a dum-dum or I'm just not getting it. But when you say white, it has to be about race because what's not white is not white. It's other. And other is other race. Crazy for them, like crazy for him to come in with that and then to defend it. Like, and by the way, I don't care if you believe that. That's not the point. The point was you came in and that's all you said. And then you tried to tell me it wasn't about race. That was my point. They're joke people, yeah. He finally admitted to being a full-blown Nazi. It's so dumb, like yeah. You can have your dude. You can have your opinion. You can think that. I'm all for everybody to have their own thoughts and their own opinions. But when you come in and you put 3 words in my chat and it's Team White Unite, and I tell you don't bring that racist shit into my chat, and you say it's not about race, you're gonna have to really work hard to explain that because it obviously is. Idiot.
Really only 2 people on the tour, which was awesome. It normally runs like 45 minutes, but it was just Kira and I constantly going back and having a look at through the telescope, and old mate just rattling on facts about the sun, and yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Really worth it.
It's good. So we're going back after dark to do some stargazing, but there's a fair few clouds around.
Actually looks pretty good. That's what I was looking at the sky before.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we booked the... What did we originally book?
Up close and personal or something.
Yeah, they have.
Grimsky, I make racist jokes. I love them. They're funny. But when actual hateful racists come in, I get rid of them pretty quick. Yeah, dude, you should have seen that when that happened on my stream. I don't get trolled often anymore. But that came in and it was like, really? We're doing this again? Why don't we all just get in lockdown and go back to COVID as well if we're going to do all this shit?
They use, and there's less people, but that cancelled that one now. We're just doing the outback stargazing.
I think it's just a small, like a group of like smaller telescopes and individual telescopes and point out different star things.
Star things.
Star things, I don't know.
But no, it was really good. Definitely recommend it.
Absolutely.
We did a little bit of shopping in the op shops today too. Ryan scored. And tomorrow we're going to do the World War II American Secret Base Museum.
Very secret, very secret.
But it's been a nice spot. Had a couple of pies.
Yeah.
Oh, pretty good.
All pied out.
Yeah.
First pies for the trip.
Yeah, first pie.
You're all pied out and you're cooking lasagna? Wow. A lot of food.
Yeah.
See ya.
Just pull the lasagna out from the stove. There's some garlic bread now.
Grimsky, I don't understand people that put so much energy into hating someone just because they look different. That's why I stopped hanging out with Dammy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's a lot more out there to be worried about on this planet than someone looking different than you, for sure. I agree, man.
It's looking good. Hopefully it tastes that good. We are at the World War II secret base. Ready?
His personality's coming out now, isn't it, this guy, Brian?
Who are you talking to? Same Jeep as me mate Dave's. You want enough for dinner tonight?
Red or blue?
Red. Red polka dots, always.
And for yourself?
I'll wear the blue one, thanks. How cool. Just finished at the secret base. Now we're on to the Royal Flying Doctors Service Visitor Centre. Chartwell's really got it going on. Small little town, but...
Why are military cafeterias called mess halls? Everyone gets messy back there, boy.
Is there a pilot in the building? Is there a pilot in the building?
I love Finland, and I always loved the Finns, but damn, he was next level. Couldn't even play fast music without him going on a rant about rap and black people. Wow, man. Yeah. Sounds like bad news.
Wow.
Okay, just on our way out of Charleville.
You've been amazing.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Went to the Cosmo Centre yesterday. So we went there first, they did like a movie on the solar system and the planets inside the Astrodome. And then we went back at night to do the stargazing. We got to see Jupiter and there were 4 or 5 moons, something, that orbit Jupiter. And we got to see Mars and
Uranus,
a bunch of other stars and like the gases that come off them. It was honestly incredible. It's probably like
Alpha Tauri and Mega Tauri.
Yeah.
Got to work out how to get to the South Pole.
How to get to the South Pole.
How to find true south.
How to find true south.
Cool.
It was really
Shame they didn't get any footage of
Definitely
through the telescope.
the Charleville Cosmo Centre. And then what else did we do? The American World War II secret base and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
The Royal Flying Doctor Service sort of information centre thing. That was cute.
These dudes,
Yeah.
these dudes seem like such a good couple, right? Like they just seem so suited together. I'm a bit jealous of that, if I'm being honest. I think their van sucks balls. Mine's way better, but I'm jealous of their relationship, kind of.
But that's about it. So we're going to go down to Charlotte Plains now, which I'm really excited about. Some hot artesian baths.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah. And yeah, we've got a bit of a detour happening because of all the floods.
They're very compatible, totally.
It's all working out pretty well.
It sounds weird. I'm going to say this, but I don't know how much I believe this, but they kind of give the vibe of brother and sister in a weird way. Like you don't really see them being lovey-dovey. You know, like I don't think we've seen them. Like there's been no romance of any kind. They could be brother and sister. They could be brother and sister. We don't know. Fuck their relationship. I thought that too, brother and sister. That's what I'm thinking. They might be brother and sister.
Thing, so
I thought that too.
Nice. Right. Well, thanks for
Like
watching.
no shade to them, but they both kind of have a similar like body. They both kind of look sort of similar. There's no reason, like, hang on, this is just about finished.
We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.
Yeah, there's no reason to think that they're, by the way, we'll pause that. On their channel, whoa. Pause that. Oh, no, we're a couple. Yeah, they're obviously together. Hey, we're a couple that have pulled the handbrake on our daily grind for the year to explore the stunning landscape of Australia in our trusty 4x4 Delica. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But they just, I mean, okay, so maybe everyone's different, I guess, and they obviously do not want to have, or maybe it's coming, but they haven't really been as they haven't really been romantic on camera yet. Fair enough. What I want to do before we get out of here is take a look, as I said, to what was that guy's name before in the chat, way back when. I want to have a look at Valora. And Sim Gaming was the guy that came in. This is Valora.tv. I'm live right now. Let's go back to the homepage. Take a look at Valora.tv. Why is that not working? Return to Valora.tv. Didn't I click it? I'll zoom in so that you guys can follow along. Why is not? Okay, that's not doing anything. What I'll do is I want to show you what this platform is all about, but it's not letting me click. New tab skis is the key. Valora.tv, creator first. Sounds and stickers alive. Upload sounds, grab your browser overlays and earn sweet vaults. It's DLive 2.0. There's plenty of sites like this right now. Valora TV is one of them. I will just quickly juvenate. What? That's not the word. I will alternate quickly between this and this one. Arena.social. This platform here, which I'm also live on, once it loads. This platform here, Arena.social. It's like a Twitter, and you can earn income from smashing your microphone and streaming. And I've earned $3. Yeah. Anyway, that's another one. But we were looking at Valora. I got distracted. There's a few of them out there. Jiu-Jitsu was live. Crazy Chicken Boy. So we have me here just chatting. No one watching. No one's watching any of these streams. Streamers to watch. 0 viewers, 0 viewers, 0 viewers, 0 viewers, 0 viewers. I like Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, Jude seems pretty cool. She's cool. What's up here? Browse. All categories. There's 11 live streamers. No one watching, 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 no one watching. There's no one watching anyone on this platform. There's only 11 streamers. So this is very, very new, folks. We're at the base level of this. There's only 11 people streaming on here. 1 viewer in gaming, 0 viewers music, 0 viewers chatting, 0 viewers IRL. Valora is in a coma. It's brand new. Notifications, you're all caught up. What are journals? Journals. Discover stories, insights, and thoughts from creators. Valora journal, entry number 1. Someone set up? This is like a social element. Okay. Got a social component there. You got profiles at the top here. It's a waste of time building new stream sites at the moment. Kick is the only one to give Twitch any competition. My advice though, Grimsky, if you're using Beam Stream, which I'm pretty certain you are, you might as well just add these as outputs and just stream to them, because I mean, you're earning. I mean, I don't know. I don't really know what you're earning on this site. I haven't really looked into it too deep, but I'm assuming that I'm earning stuff. I'm assuming I'm earning. Purchases and vaults. Create a dashboard, settings. What are vaults? Okay, I haven't earned anything. Purchases and vaults. Review your vaults balance. Available vaults, 0. Okay. Channel subs, none. Gifted subs, none. It's all here, right? Like it's all here, ready to roll. But yet there's nothing there yet. Create a dashboard. What does my dashboard look like? Oh, we've already been here, right? I don't use Beam? Oh, okay. I mean, Beam is like, I feel like Beam is a no-brainer, right? Like, here it is. I'll bring out my Beam. Here's Beam. I'm live on all these sites. By the way, they're in browser player. It sometimes stutters out. It doesn't matter as long as you know it's still live at the top here. But all these, make this larger, all these platforms I'm streaming on, Beam, YouTube, Kick, DLive, Restream.io for 3 Facebook outputs, Twitch, Trovo, Watts, Valora, Rumble, Flashy Social, Vaughn Live, Soup Korea, Blaze.stream, FC2, Arena.social, Much Love No Fear, VP Zone, Dream Dares, that's a porn site by the way, I'm on that one, Nemo TV, iBlurps, and BitChute. Yeah, nah, catch me on Kick or you miss out. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I just thought, like, and I constantly go back to this, and maybe I shouldn't, but I constantly go back to, remember when everything was popping off on DLive and you were earning lemons and you were Lenoing and you were stacking and all that cool stuff? Now might be the time to be doing that on other websites, but we don't know. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. I will be here tomorrow, but I feel like I might be a little drunk tomorrow. I've got this Jack Daniels review I'm going to be doing at some point in the day, depending on the weather. And after that, I'll stream. It could be messy, though. It could be messy. I should be careful, though. Anyway, we'll work it out tomorrow, but I'll see you guys on the morrow. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me on the Stream Skins. Thanks for being here live with me on the stream. And don't forget to Farkle in the chat. Thanks for being here live with me. Farkle in that chat. Much love, givers. Thank you, Grimsky. Those are the best streams, the drunken ones. Farkle away. This is a two-way street and I'm still going the wrong way. Yes, dude. Me too, man. Farkle in the chat. Sip that Jack Fine. Dang, are you still live, Gibbs? Nope. I mean, yes, but only for a moment more. Netskis. Did we do? Oh, we did a long one. We did a 3-hour one. We used to do 3 hours all the time. I just got chatting, man, you know? I got chatting. Couldn't help myself. Don't forget. See ya. Farkle.